Hey, podcast pals. Dana here to give you a friendly reminder before we get to our award-winning podcast that now is the best time to get your furnace tuned up before we take a shot to the face with cold Minnesota weather. My pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning currently have same-day and next-day openings, but they won't last long. By the time October rolls around, if your furnace craps out, you'll be freezing your private parts off while dealing with side eye from your significant other and pets for not calling sooner. So give Standard Heating and Air Conditioning a call today. Check this out. You can save up to $70 on your tune-up with Standard Heating. Visit standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com to book today.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Well, it took balls. It did. But we're in the process of putting a lid on another 4-day work week around here. Today is our God-blessed Friday. Welcome to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. After this, we gone. But we'll be back on air skis next, I don't know, Tuesday. How's that sound to you boys? Tuesday?
I'm going to go with the flow guy. Tuesday sounds fine.
Works for me.
Pancakes by the Lake Jesus has texted in to inform us that today is also his Friday.
I like when it syncs up like that. That's great. When's your Monday? Hopefully it's next Tuesday.
Right. Sure enough, we can never get out easy. We're very busy today with the Purple Pickum and the Andrew Depala, who's ready to get on an airplane today, I think, and go to friggin' Ireland. Poor bastard. I enjoy both Purple Pickum and our chats with Andrew. I especially dig meeting a listener over the telephone through the Purple Pickum gimmick. I do. It's just that text has become such a big thing, you know. We don't talk on the telephone much with people anymore. So we'll see if our latest victim can win that big money and a trip to that fat-ass ball game at the end of the season. We got to do all that stuff, Josh.
Yeah, it's going to be a big day. Like you said, Fridays usually are pretty busy, especially during football season. Good news, a lot of people texting in saying today is their Friday as well.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
What's going on? I like this.
Is there a holiday I'm unaware of?
Well, I'm wondering if they have kids because
Kids?
my son's off tomorrow, and plenty of schools are off tomorrow, so maybe they're going to make a long weekend out of it. Go somewhere or something.
Wouldn't that be just perfect? Speaking of kids, by next week, our first day back in studio, I think I said it was going to be next Tuesday. Our first day back will also be our coworker Ashley's return from what they call maternity leave. She's had 6 weeks to sit on her ass. The dream is over. She's back to work next Tuesday. We were thinking of giving her a telephone call at this ungodly hour just to bust her chops about it. I don't know. Maybe just let her sleep.
Dana and I will be seeing her later this morning, so maybe it's good if we don't wake her up at this time. So
No,
she
that's
doesn't
true.
get a little pissy with us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bust her when she comes back because, she was, when we first met her, full of piss and vinegar. I hate kids. Kids suck. I can't stand kids. And now she's a mom. And on the boat Friday night, one of the first things she said to me was, I miss my son so much.
Aww.
I told her, I'm like, you have changed completely.
Yeah, she really has.
Complete 180.
What are you guys getting together for some cute little lunch date or something?
Yeah, we got a lunch date with her. We're going to remind her, give her the address of the radio station again, that kind of thing, the hours, things like that.
So there you go. Couple days off, and then Smashley's back in the mix. Breast pump in hand.
Yeah, I wonder if she'll be bringing that thing. That was so funny.
Oh,
she had that on the
said she
boat.
was.
Her carrying around that on the boat was pretty good.
I know.
Yeah, I asked her on the boat, is this something, this breast pump, is this something we're going to have to be on the front lines for once you come back to work? And she said, absolutely.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I thought that was a bong she was carrying around with her. But like you said, Josh, how times have changed.
They sure have. Crime Stopper She Jesus said, good morning. Today is also her Friday, but her work does not know yet. They will find out tomorrow, I'd imagine.
That's beautiful.
That's always fun.
Surprises are fun for everybody. So, all right. Thanks for joining us on the program this morning. You know, Cubby, I finished watching that Charlie Sheen documentary last night. I watched part 2.
Oh, good. Yeah, yesterday you weren't sure when you'd be able to get to it.
It happened. I got around to part 2 of the Charlie Sheen documentary. In part 2, he smoked some more rock. He folded everyone in half. He made some more babies. He piled up some more ex-wives, and then it was over.
So, somebody texted in yesterday and said the last 20 minutes really will shock you.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I don't think there was anything in there terribly shocking. No.
All right, so there wasn't any, so you can't point to anything that you know what they were talking about?
Oh, I know what they were talking about. I was just speaking personally. Did it shock me? No. But I could see how it might shock some people. There was a conversation about some horrible allegations against him. There was a conversation about his sexuality.
Oh, was that in the last 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's been written about a ton. So I guess that's a big spoiler there, but...
Those are the only 2 little elements of the final 20 minutes of that documentary that I can think of right now off the top of my head that might be defined as shocking. It was interesting, though, because, you know, the producer, the director, whoever was sitting there with Charlie said, okay, are you ready for the grand finale? We're going to ask you some things that you've never publicly addressed before. And they just went ahead and dumped the questions on Charlie, and he straight up answered them. Like I said yesterday, I like the guy. I do. So, all in all, it was fun. The documentary was fun.
Yeah, I hope to watch it over the weekend.
There was some darkness to the Charlie Sheen documentary.
Seems
with
that way.
The crack rocks and the near-death experiences and just seeing him in as bad a shape as he was.
Did he talk about how many women he slept with? Because he's been discussing that on podcasts since.
No, I don't think in the documentary he ever put a number on it.
I would imagine you get to a number and there's no way you can keep track. He believes he slept with about 47,000 women.
47,000?
It seems like you'd have to be 300 years old to hit that number.
Or hitting a lot in one day.
4,700 I could buy. I don't know if
did I read that wrong? Maybe it was 4,700.
It's got to be 4,700.
47,000, that's all you're doing all day.
Well,
right.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't make sense because Wilt Chamberlain said 10,000, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So 4,700.
That's still quite an impressive total.
4, comma. The comma's after the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
As disgusting as Gene Simmons comes off to me these days, and this is a man who I really idolized as a kid. I grew up a massive Kiss fan, and now I just can't even stand the sight or the sound of Gene Simmons. But I remember Gene always had the same cliche, well, not cliche, but the same token answer when anyone asked him, you know, do you have a total? Do you have a number of women that you've pinned? And Gene always said, I thought this was a cute line until I heard it for the 76th and 77th time. That's the thing about Gene is he has these stock answers that he thinks are funny. And he doesn't realize, dude, you say this every time you're interviewed. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Come up with a new bit. But anyway, Gene would always say he compares his, what's the word we use now? A body count. He compares his body count to a pair of jeans at Sears, 1999. You know what I'm talking about? Do you get the joke?
No, I don't.
They've been tried on a lot.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I missed a word in there and it ruined everything. His body count is like the cost of a pair of jeans at Sears, 1999.
That's impressive.
It is.
By the way, I did read that correctly. He claims 47,000 women.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
I don't see how that's possible either.
No.
Did he sleep? How do you have time for anything else?
Oh, man. So, there you go. there was some darkness in there, but I enjoy some darkness to a movie or a documentary. As a matter of fact, I was just reading some people commenting on the godless internet about a 10 out of 10 movie. So, number one, it's got to be something you really enjoyed. A 10 out of 10 movie that you saw once but can never watch again because it was so devastating, so dark, so awful, so sad, so whatever, so negative. That's tough. Maybe leave the 10 out of 10 part out of there. I don't think it has to be a perfect, wonderful movie for it to, devastate you or sadden you. But does anything come to mind, Josh?
Maybe like Schindler's List.
Yeah, that was mentioned here in the report.
Maybe Saving Private Ryan.
It's a tough watch.
That's also in here. And I see where you're going with that, but they're both such well put together movies that if ever they're on my television, I watch them all over again. You see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, isn't the topic 10 out of 10 movies that you have trouble watching again because of the subject? That's what I'm saying for me, that's really, they're awesome movies. I absolutely love them. So good. I'd recommend people watch them, but yeah, there's some scenes in there that are so tough. I don't know if I could do it again.
Well, the headline is dramatic. It's you can never watch it again because it's so devastating. I can't think of anything that I've ever seen that had such an effect on me that I refuse to watch it again. But I get, yeah, sure, there are scenes in both Saving Private Ryan and Schindler's List that are difficult.
Oh, here's a good one from Anthony, The Passion of the Christ. Is it Passion of the Christ? Or
I think it was The Passion of the Cripes.
No, it wasn't Cripes.
Oh. That had a couple of scenes where you go, where are we going with this? Why are we going so far with this, I think is the better way to put that.
Yeah, my goodness, he could take a beating. That's for sure. After a while, it's like, okay, we get it. My God.
He took a good
pardon
beating.
the pun, yeah.
He'd do it. There was a couple scenes in there. Yeah, I can't think of anything. But I'm the kind of guy who enjoys some darkness in a movie.
When it's, kind of reality-based, that's when it's tough for me, just knowing that really happened.
Here are people texting in. Again, 651-989-9393. Cloverfield? Wow.
I think I just watched that again just because it made me so dizzy.
Cloverfield is about a giant robot that invades New York City, and it's the shaky handheld camera.
Just like Blair Walsh. It makes me sick.
Blair Witch?
Or Blair Walsh.
Well, he did go wide left.
God, he made me sick. No, yeah, Blair Witch. I had to walk out of the theater.
You got sickened by it. You were one of the people who couldn't handle the shakiness.
The shakiness. Not like
my wife's like that, too.
Yeah, not like I was overly like, I'm sick to my stomach. This is so terrifying.
No.
Yeah, just
so you never saw the rest of it?
I did see the end of it.
Oh, it's silly.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
No, you're silly for not seeing the rest of it.
Okay.
Oh, here's a good one. If I'm thinking of the Last House on the Left. I would definitely not put that as a 10 out of 10, but that's the only movie I've ever yelled at the screen. I was so frustrated by a particular scene that went on forever, and it was brutal, and it didn't need to be in there.
I remember you talking about that. So in this report, again, maybe don't, set these parameters in stone. I don't think it has to be a 10 out of 10 movie, but just a movie you saw that it bothers you. Or maybe possibly you've refused to ever watch it again because it was so devastating. Here's Saving Private Ryan. And there's all kinds of different reasons why you would never watch a movie again. Dana gets motion sickness. What did I just say out loud? Oh, Cloverfield. Maybe I was making fun of that. Maybe that's why that individual who texted in can't watch the movie again because of the shakiness. I didn't consider that.
Could be.
Uncut Gems. It was so stressful, this is from the report, not from our listeners, because a lot of texts are coming in. From this direct report, Uncut Gems, because it was so stressful. Everyone's constantly yelling. I think just yesterday I mentioned I got through about 15 minutes of that, and Adam Sandler sucked so badly I couldn't go any further.
I can think of the most stressful movie I remember ever seeing, and that's Falling Down. with Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
And maybe there's other ones that would be along those lines, but my goodness. By the way, Michael Douglas is 81 today.
Oh, yeah?
Falling down, I thought, was so stressful.
Stressful.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can remember being that stressed in a movie ever, except for that one.
What else is in the report here? Requiem for a Dream. I've heard of that.
Oh,
seen
yeah.
that.
That one's tough. I don't think I could rewatch that one.
I know I've seen, at this point in my life, I've seen it kind of like The Godfather. I've never watched it in its entirety, but I've seen the bits and pieces when did that movie come out? 40 years ago, 50 years ago, Requiem for...
Oh, no, it came out like the 2000s.
Oh, then I'm thinking of some... Oh, I'm thinking of A Clockwork Orange.
Oh, I don't want to see that. People have told me it's just too weird, disturbing. I don't like the weird, disturbing movies.
That's the one I was referring to. I've pretty much seen Clockwork Orange in its entirety, just not in order. Requiem for a Dream, I don't know what that is.
It's a drug movie about addiction. And I tell you what, I think high school should just do away with whatever drug program they have, like the don't do drugs, stay in school. Just show the kids that movie.
Or show them the damn Charlie Sheen documentary.
Yeah, you'll never want to touch a drug in your life if you watch that movie.
I don't know what Manchester by the Sea is, but in this report, somebody claims that it left a hole in their heart.
There's a tearjerker with Casey Affleck. Can't remember exactly what happened.
There's Schindler's List, Cubby, but it's just so damn good. That's the thing is, there's certainly scenes in certain movies that, yeah, they stick with you and they bother you a little bit. But a lot of them, if it has that kind of impact on you, it usually is so damn good that I will watch it again. The Green Miles.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah, I felt bad for that dude. Atonement? Anybody?
No, I've heard of it, but I couldn't tell you anything about it. Hopefully I can make it up to you guys. Hopefully there's something I can do.
He said that right as I took a sip of water. That was close.
Josh, weren't you saying the other day that... See if I can put this together. Oh, Josh, you were asking me about premonition.
Yes.
Ask me again about premonition.
Do you believe in premonition?
I don't believe in premonition. No, I do not, Josh. But I have the weirdest feeling that someday I will. What show? Cheers. What character? Woody Boyd.
Oh, here's a good one from Swamp Stompin' Jesus. This is a great one, and I agree. American History X.
Oh, that's tough.
I love that movie.
Me too. That is, oh my gosh, why can't I think of the guy?
Edward Norton.
Edward Norton. Holy cow, was he good in that movie? Hateable, and then he redeems himself in a way. Yeah, that curb scene, even though they didn't show anything.
Still.
That was awful. Just the noise and... Yeah, that's a very good one.
I rented that movie sight unseen in like 6th grade. I'm like, oh, it's the guy from Terminator 2. I love him. Eddie Furlong. Heck yeah. I wonder what this movie's going to be about. Am I going to learn about history? Oh, wow. That was a disturbing one to watch at age 13.
Oh, I see more and more people are texting about that one. That is a very good example. That I will never watch that movie again, but it was so good.
Oh, really? Oh, see, that's another one where if ever it's on my television, I stay up to watch it. I love that movie.
It is an awesome movie.
Here's a listener, or here's something from the article here on a great movie you saw once, but you can never watch again because it's so devastating, or maybe just, you have trouble watching certain scenes. No specific movie is named here, but any movie where a dog or other animal is harmed in any way, people who make those movies should be in jail. Sure, it's tough when the dog gets killed.
It's kind of funny. Isn't that sort of maybe not necessarily an unwritten rule in Hollywood, but something they're very mindful of? Mm-hmm. You're better off having like an orphanage explode than killing a beloved dog in a movie.
I'm blanking on the name, but Channing Tatum was recently in a movie where I think he was a war vet and had a dog as his companion. And he was instructed by the studio in every interview he gave, he'd be hitting the late night circuit, doing the rounds. He would start each interview by saying, "The dog does not die at the end of the movie."
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. He was specifically instructed to lead every interview because that's what everybody thought. Like, oh, that looks great, but man, if that dog dies, I'm not going to be able to take it.
And I'm not one of these guys that gets on the spoiler alert bandwagon. You know that, but Why wouldn't he want to leave people hanging with that information?
I think people wouldn't go see the movie if they knew there was a chance the dog might die.
The deer hunter makes the report, and that's another one.
Oh.
I mean, I understand there are dark scenes in the deer hunter, but it is so good that if ever it pops up on my television, I will stay up much later than I should to watch it all the way through. Yes, the Russian roulette scene is tough, but it is so effing terrific that I love the Russian roulette scene.
Midsummer. How do you pronounce that one?
Midsummer
or Samar, I'm not sure.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Yeah, that one, somebody says it's so unsettling I couldn't watch it again. So I stayed away for that reason.
It's
like,
not,
I don't mind horror movies, but again, when they're just too weird, disturbing, I don't like.
Midsummer is weird, but it's also so stupid, Josh. You'll be laughing your balls off. So don't worry about that one. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's gross, but it's stupid. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
But you didn't mean not to, Jesus said. No pet killing. How many times have you watched John Wick? I've watched it many times. Yeah, that's the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
And I'll watch a movie even if the pet dies. But yeah, that's the whole plot. God, you don't want to kill his dog.
Man, the text messages. You folks are good.
Yeah, a lot of the same movies coming in. Trying to see if there's some different
The
ones.
boy in the striped pajamas.
I haven't seen that.
Common answer.
Is that a cancer-related movie?
No, it's World War II concentration camp type stuff.
Oh, okay. I had no idea.
Again, I hate to sound like the most insensitive man in the world, but yes, the subject matter is dark and terrible, but it is very, very well done. If it was dark, terrible, and stupid, I wouldn't bother. But boy in the striped pajamas, I'll finish that one off. You know what I mean? If I catch it halfway through, I have to see the rest of it. If you want in on the 5K a day operation, I saw some motion in the back.
Yeah, I was trying to remind you
Josh
about this.
was signaling me. I thought maybe you were just taking off your shirt or something. If you want in on, of course you wouldn't be taking off your. Listen to 93X in the 6 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. hours for the national keyword for the 5K a day operation. And, by damn, it's 6 a.m. Here's your first opportunity. Here's your shot at winning $1,000 with 5K a day. Text the national keyword BUCKS, B-U-C-K-S. Text the national keyword BUCKS to 95819 now to enter for a chance to win. Not the regular text number, it's 95819. We'll text you back to confirm your entry. Data and messaging rates apply. And for Pete's sake, don't text and drive. She's the 5K a day.
There's Hereditary. Medical Device Jesus reminds me about Hereditary, that movie. I also stayed away from that because I had a warning, another one of those disturbing horror movies. It's not normal, just weird.
I've watched so many horror movies.
I thought you had said you've seen this one before.
I'd have to look at a movie poster. You'd have to tell me a little more about it. I've watched.
It stars Toni Collette. Are you familiar with her?
No.
She's awesome. She is a really, really good actress. I think it was called The United States of Terra, and she plays a woman. Is it United States? Yes, and she plays a woman who has multiple personalities. And the differences between these personalities, it seems like she's playing, she's legitimately playing a different character in each one. So, Dana, I think you'd especially really like her.
Yeah, I do like her.
Yeah, she's very good
in everything.
I've seen so many horror movies in the last 10, 15 years. They all look the same to me. I'm looking at a still photograph of the movie Hereditary. It does not look familiar to me.
Hostel, people are saying. I have not seen Hostel. I was warned not to watch that.
I can't watch any of those torture porn horror movies. I can't stand those.
People talk about the Achilles tendon.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
I like that movie a lot.
Okay, now a lot of people are texting in on Hereditary.
All right.
Yeah, I'd heard that.
Human Centipede getting a lot of text messages as well.
Yeah.
And that one, I've never heard anybody say it's a good movie. Or
No.
I don't want to see that.
I don't either. I had a buddy who brought a date to Human Centipede 2.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Well, horror movies are a popular date.
What did you say?
He brought a date to a girl he's just recently started dating. He brought her to go see Human Centipede 2 right as it opened. Kind of, well, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah, because we knew what was going to happen.
Right, because we knew the premise based on the first one.
I mean, he didn't surprise her with that. She must have known what movie they were going to watch.
No, she had no idea. She said, he goes, it's a horror movie. She goes, okay. They didn't last long.
Well, that'll happen. Oh, wow. Yeah, thanks for texting in all your movies.
Yeah, I'm looking through some of these. House of Wax? Was that with Paris Hilton?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Somebody said House of Wax.
Yeah, I've watched House plus Wax. Tara, what's her name? You just said it out loud?
Tony Collette?
No,
Paris Hilton.
Paris
Hilton?
Paris Hilton's not in the movie much. The main actress is Alicia Cuthbert, I think is how you say.
Yeah, she's cool.
Smoking hot.
Yeah, she's good.
Not the greatest movie. I love going through. I'm scrolling through our text messages on the topic of disturbing movies. Maybe it's so disturbing to you that you just cannot watch the sumbitch ever again. Deliverance. But see, again, I love that friggin' movie. Apocalypse Now. You want to talk about weird? Sure, I just watched it.
We watched parts of that in school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I just watched a little bit of it a few days ago. The Exorcist, yeah, I mean, I get it. I love The Exorcist. I love it. But I understand. I do.
We're getting a lot of the Terrifier.
The Terrifier?
Yeah, Terrifier.
I don't know that one. The Revenant is mentioned in here. That's awesome.
Oh, here's a good one from Bug-Eye Wagon Jesus. 1 hour photo.
Oh, that was a disturbing one.
Yeah, I don't like seeing Robin Williams that way.
No.
Yeah.
He was awesome in that role.
He was
though.
very good.
Killer Joe comes up again. Killer Joe. Either one of you? Mm-mm. Matthew McConaughey plays one of the most evil, vile, disgusting sumbitches of all time. There's just about anything that you can think that might disturb you, even for a minute or two, is included in this film. But I really like it. There's a lot of dark humor in there, too. Brewers and High Life Jesus texted in to say, Killer Joe, the chicken leg scene will stick with me for life. And if you know Killer Joe and you know the chicken leg scene, you know what we're talking about. Anything you can think. Make a list of your top 10 most disturbing, and it's in this movie.
People are texting in American Psycho. I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah, that's more fun, over the top than it is scary.
It's over the top silly. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? This is funny, and I don't think he's joking. From Uncle Bitch Jesus, Toy Story 3.
Oh, God, that ending kills me every time.
Yeah, isn't that kind of known for? I haven't seen it, but that's kind of people talk about that.
Every time it comes on, I think, oh, man, I do love this movie. Then by the end, it just sobbing, like, why did I have to learn my lesson?
That's what I've heard about it. It's terribly sad, huh?
Oh, it is horrifically sad.
Never saw it.
7. That's a good answer.
Oh!
Yeah, that one was dark.
Pipe Layer Jesus. Yep.
There you go. I mean, what a crowd we got out there this morning, Josh. What a crowd. We'll try to keep it going here. Later on, Andrew Depala and Purple Pickum. Got to do it on a Thursday because we're not going to be broadcasting tomorrow. Not going to be.
And he'll be in a different country anyway, so that works out pretty good.
Andrew Depala, yeah, he'll be in godforsaken Ireland. We will go ahead and take a break.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, podcast pals. Dana here to give you a friendly reminder that now is the best time to get your furnace tuned up before we take a shot to the face with cold Minnesota weather. My pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning currently have same-day and next-day openings, but they won't last long. By the time October rolls around, if your furnace craps out, you'll be freezing your private parts off while dealing with side eye from your significant other and pets for not calling sooner. So give Standard Heating and Air Conditioning a call today. Check this out. You can save up to $70 on your tune-up with Standard Heating. Visit standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com to book today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime Video. Tonight, the Seattle Seahawks face the Arizona Cardinals in an NFC West showdown. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with football's best party, TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. Not a Prime member? Not a problem. Simply sign up for a 30-day free trial. It's the Seahawks and the Cardinals tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
For God's sake, that's so loud. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's chunky and everything, but it just blows my brains right out of my skull. All right, for Christ's sake. Our final stupid news report. Little warning here for you. For starters, keep an eye on those cute little peckerhead squirrels running around your yard. Their vibe might not be as harmless and friendly as you think in a place called San Rafael, California. Two sorry bastards had to head off to the emergency room after what they call here, quote, vicious squirrel attacks that came out of nowheres.
Clomped onto my leg and it was just hanging on. His tail was flying up here, and I was like, get off me, and I kind of didn't want to touch it.
The squirrel went to the floor and from the floor tried to jump to my face.
Oh,
As scary as all that is, it would be kind of funny to watch. I'd
are
imagine.
you kidding me? Yeah, that'd be a riot. Two ladies were victims of squirrel attacks that, again, came out of nowheres, and now the entire neighborhood has their head on a swivel. Now, they think this is the same squirrel. Two different gals. You heard them there. One named Joan, another called Isabel. They got chewed to pieces. Now, the two of them don't live together or anything. They weren't standing on the same piece of property. They're just two ladies who live in the same area who got their asses kicked by a squirrel.
I've never worried about squirrels. Now, raccoons, that's a different story. Got chased by raccoons a couple times growing up.
Chased. Wow.
They would hang out, in our garbage cans.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
so taking the garbage can, like at night especially, they'd say, hey, F you, buddy. This is our garbage can, and chase me back to the house.
Oh, wow. I've never encountered many. I kind of assumed it'd be one of those they're more afraid of us than we are of them type of things.
No, I'm way more terrified of them. I'll go on record with that.
Yeah, we used to have 3-4 of those sumbitches in our trash cans every. Now, this Joan lady, she said the squirrel, you heard her there, she said the squirrel tried to clamp onto her leg. It did, and it started up with the biting and the scratching. She said the squirrel appeared to be really pissed off about something. The other gal, Isabel, on the same day maybe, I'm not sure, Isabel said she was out of doors, summers, and the squirrel that wanted to end her life went after her effing face. And it went with a death from above type attack. The squirrel dropped from the sky. She blocked the squirrel's aerial attack with her arm, and it bit the piss out of her forearm and whatnot. Again, they believe it's the same squirrel, but hell, how would you know? You seen one of those little nut-hungry bastards? You seen all of them.
Oh, I thought of another animal I was attacked by. A bird.
Yeah.
When we'd go out on our deck, there was a bird that would dive bomb us constantly, and we couldn't figure out what we did to upset this bird, and it turns out she had a nest underneath our deck. So I thought we were going to go after the babies or something like that.
And the bird is the word.
It was the word.
For quite a while.
Now, folks in this neighborhood have upped and put some flyers around town to warn others about the, quote, very mean squirrel that has, at this point now, reportedly attacked more than 5 people. That's hilarious. Friggin' squirrels. I've said before, they don't bother me or my property, but I know some fellers who have a hell of a time with those little pricks. The squirrels eat up the side of their house and their barn and their shed, and these guys that I know will spend all day trapping them, killing them dead. Josh had a couple stories there. We'd love to hear from our listening audience, the brother and the sisterhood. Ever been attacked by a wild animal? Not dogs, not cats. I'm talking about a wild animal. Text us, 651-989-9393. What animal tried to take you? What happened?
We used to get squirrels in our attic in the house we're at now until we kind of patched that up. You'd hear them at night. Kind of creepy.
I was going to say, is that creepy? Hearing a little scurrying around?
If you've ever been attacked by a wild animal, we'd love to hear about it. 651-989-9393. We're not talking about your neighbor dog. We're not talking about your cousin's cat. We're talking about wild animals.
Powerline Jesus was attacked by a bear cub.
Oh!
It was after his ice cream cone at a petting zoo. He said, scratched my face up and took me out.
That's funny.
How about an angry duck?
Oh, yeah.
I'll try anything 4 times. Jesus got chased by an angry duck when he was a kid. He was afraid of ducks for 2 years after that.
Yeah, they'll run you down as best they can.
Same with an angry goose.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about we lived across from a park, and geese are dicks.
Oh, they
man.
are. They'll come chasing after you, hissing at you and stuff.
I forgot about that.
They get uppity. They do.
Yeah, geese are real big jerks.
Yeah, just bitches.
And then there's the zombie squirrels. Have you seen or heard of the zombie squirrels? They're awful, awful looking.
Yeah, they got some problems.
Do we have pictures of this up on our website, or do we?
I think we posted it a while ago. I can see if they can bump it up. Bump it up.
Bump it up.
They're just terrible to look at, the zombie squirrels. They are squirrels covered in oozing warts, and they've been spotted running wild right here in the United States and America. As far as I know, they aren't a furry little version of The Walking Dead. They aren't, really zombies. But folks have spotted them, and they want to know what gives. I guess the answer is, well, I'll get to the answer. If you see the pictures, they look like squirrels who have caught a mid-'80s Motley Crue groupie level of herpes. Just terrible. They're walking around like normal squirrels, but they're hammered head to toe with these sores and hairless patches on their little bodies, on their heads, their tails, their little yappers, everywhere.
Yeah, that would freak me out. It's gross.
Wildlife experts are saying the squirrels have simply upped and caught a viral skin disease, just like the way we humans spread herpes to each other. Skin on skin, son. Saliva, things like that. And this skin disease leads to wart-like tumors that ooze fluid.
Ugh.
Don't feel so bad for the squirrels.
Gotta protect your nuts, squirrels.
Says here this skin condition usually clears up on its own, like acne or something. Or, human-to-human herpes doesn't clear up on its own. It stays forever, right?
You gotta have like a cream or something, right?
Yeah, so with the squirrels, it usually clears up on its own. There are severe cases where it might kill the squirrel dead. But a wildlife nerd has said that we humans don't need to fear the zombie squirrels. They're not going to spread it to us. They also say don't try to capture a zombie squirrel and help it out with its oozing warts. They don't like that. Squirrels don't want to take our herpes medication. They don't. But there's something to look at.
Turkeys are a big answer here via text. And thank you, brother and sisterhood, for sending in your answers to wild animals you've been attacked by. Never had a turkey. I forgot I was dive bombed by bats back in the day.
Oh, man.
We go hang out at a local creek, and the bats would want us to get out.
Yeah,
What?
those.
Line worker dispatcher Jesus was attacked by a buffalo in a national park in South Dakota.
Mm-hmm. Did you get a little too close?
That Now, that would be terrifying.
Yes.
You're not going to win that one.
Sounds lucky to be alive.
Yeah, what happened? I mean, did it knock you over or just ran at you?
He must have had a fence he was able to jump behind or something. Yeah, let us know what happened there.
Deer? I'll tell you what, those deer and kangaroo videos where they're beating people up are pretty darn funny.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Now, I know, unfortunately, kangaroos have taken people out, not making light of that. But when everybody survives and you're watching a deer box the hell out of an Australian guy, that's good comedy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Keep going. What wild animals have you been attacked by?
Oh, somebody had a peacock incident.
A peacock.
Yeah, they were 6 years old. They pulled a feather from its butt, but they thought that was still a bit of an overreaction.
Must have been at a petting zoo or something.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever seen a peacock.
I'm putting a lid on the cougar jokes right now. I'm putting a lid on it. No more cougar jokes on the text machine. Sorry if you're typing one up right now. We've reached our max on cougar jokes. Ooh, a sunfish bit a dude's moles and nipples.
I didn't know a Sonny could do that.
Yeah, my brother got his nipple about bit clean off by a perch when we were young.
This person was chased by an alligator near the 8th green on a golf course in North Carolina.
Forget that, man. Yeah, I've had a couple of buddies who, for whatever reason, they enjoy golf, and they've gone to, courses in the southern part of the United States, and they've at least seen an alligator or two, nearby. I would not enjoy that vibe. I'm more and more confused by people every day. I struggle more and more to relate to the things that we say and do these days. So I'll throw this your way, and hopefully you can help me out. A gal got the barcode for Costco beef jerky tattooed on her back in the general tramp stamp area. A gal got the barcode for Costco beef jerky tattooed on her back. For what reason, I honestly couldn't tell you.
Is it to maybe show off her butt or something?
Well, there's video of the gal going, round and round, like videos do. She's going through the Costco checkout line. She lifts up her shirt. The Costco worker points that laser gun thing at the tattoo and rings her up for 3-4 bags of jerky. Beep, beep, beep. And then everyone moves on with their miserable lives.
It's gigantic, this tattoo.
It is. So I don't get it. I remember someone before doing this with Red Bull. They got the barcode for a can of Red Bull tattooed on their body, and they used the tattoo to ring one up at the store. But why?
Because if you have it in hand, you can just scan the code on the can.
Why have a tattoo on your back for the Costco beef jerky? I mean, is it just to be famous on the internet? If that's your answer, I'll have to go along with it because that's...
Well, that's got to be a big part of it, right?
That's the only motivation for some people. Just, I got to do something to make it on the internet. The video was posted by the beef jerky brand called Righteous Felon Jerky. And it says here their account has several other videos that seem staged. So there you go, I guess. The question that everyone was asking on social media yesterday was, well, what if they changed the barcode? So this could all just be an advertisement. Don't know. The Red Bull person seemed legit to me. So, again, I get confused. I don't know where we're going with a lot of this.
If you had to, Nick, what barcode would you get?
Well...
And where would you get it?
It would make the most sense to be beer. And I suppose the most convenient spot would be on my wrist, where I'm reaching into my wallet, right, to get the money to pay for the beer. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you too. I'd be wrist. I'd put it on the underside of underside, right, by my hand,
right where I have my Bible,
palm.
My Bible bump.
Yeah, that's where it makes the most sense.
What do they call this again? A ganglion cyst?
Yeah, something like that. The real name for it.
Are you grossed out by my Bible bump, which is on my right wrist? Can you see it from where you're sitting, Dana?
Yeah, I can.
That's my Bible bump.
No, No, I love it.
Oh, yeah, my
I
wife.
dream about it. It talks to me in my dreams.
My God. My wife won't come anywhere near my Bible bump.
Really?
Yeah, she's totally and completely disgusted by it.
I've often dreamed about being a Bible banger, if you know what I'm saying, with that thing.
What the hell?
I grossed myself out with that.
That's the weirdest thing I've heard all week.
It grossed me out. Sorry.
That's the
It's
weirdest
our
thing.
Friday. What are you going to do?
A couple people texted in saying, yeah, if I was going to get a barcode tattoo, it would be my favorite whiskey, my cigarettes, my chewing tobacco. Sure.
Yeah, something you buy a lot. I mean, that's the easiest.
I don't know what we're doing anymore. And I have to say, back to my Bible bump, I am intrigued by the thought of trying to smash it. That's how they used to do it back in the day when you'd get a ganglion cyst. That's why they call it a Bible bump, I was told, that when you got one decades ago, someone would walk up with a Bible and smash it down on your ganglion cyst, and it would kill it.
So you're tempted to try to smash it yourself?
Or have someone else do it. But my doctor told me, you know my doctor, right, Josh?
Yeah. Boombots?
Dr. Vinny Boombutts. He said don't do that because it could have some negative this or that, and then the arm comes off and all that. Where are my Bible bump peeper? Peeper isn't how to say it. People? Where are my Bible bump people? Are you out there? 651-989-9393.
Does it hurt ever?
No, it doesn't feel any different than any other part of my body. Not at all. All right, where are we going next here? Sushi? Not my thing. Tried it once, didn't get it, never went back.
Yeah, I've never even tried it. Well, I like vegetable sushi. Well, I shouldn't even say I like it. It's just a way to transport wasabi and soy sauce into my mouth, which I really do enjoy.
You'd prefer to just eat that by the spoonful rather than getting the sushi involved?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I never thought I'd ever get into sushi, but I do quite enjoy it.
My wife loves it. I don't get it. That
Chicks-
stuff does look fancy, though. Tell you what, they
it's a
pretty
thing
it up.
it's a thing for chicks, isn't it, Josh?
Oh, is
Sushi.
it? You think it's a chick thing?
Well, absolutely. Most women that I know enjoy sushi. I don't know one man who does. Well, I guess except for you, Dana.
I know a couple dudes that are really into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not right. Way the hell over there in British Columbia, folks have been talking about a certain sushi restaurant. They've been talking about a sign the joint has posted out front. Sushi J, I think, is the name of the joint. There's a very direct disclaimer on the front door. It says, quote, "We never serve extra soy sauce to rude people or intoxicated people." Fair enough. It's their joint. They make the rules. So, I don't know. Maybe they're lacking good entertainment up there in British Columbia, but that's pretty much that.
That's kind of funny. You know, sometimes when people get irritated by weird things to that level, it is kind of humorous at times.
What the hell is this? John Deere Jesus has texted in to say, I like sushi glory holes. What the hell does that mean? I was weirded enough. I was weirded out enough by Josh's joke. Now this? What the hell's a sushi glory hole?
Let's check out Google.
Yeah, Google that. So anyway, the restaurant, again, sushi restaurant, they got a sign out front that says, "We never serve extra soy sauce to rude people or intoxicated people." A meme was posted on social media comparing this situation to the old soup Nazi gimmick from the Jerry Seinfeld television.
That's the first thing I thought of, too, yeah.
But the issue is no laughing matter for the owner of the sushi restaurant. Again, it's called Sushi J, and the owner goes by the name of Kim. He's tired of douchebags and drunks bothering him about soy sauce. He also says that he and the cooks over there work their balls off to mix up the best sushi in town. Soy sauce is nothing but salt and drowns out the flavor of the sushi. So, it's kind of like if someone cooks you up a steak and then they catch you pouring ketchup or something terrible all over it, it's insulting. You say, hey, wait a minute. I made you a perfectly good steak there, and now you're burying it in friggin' ketchup? Which is disgusting.
Never heard somebody say something like that.
Oh, really? You've never been to
About the soy sauce, I'm saying.
Soy sauce.
Like, I thought that was just part of the whole thing.
Oh.
Okay, so I got an update on Sushi Glory Hole.
Oh, no.
It's not as bad as he sounds.
Okay.
It was a Saturday Night Live digital short from about a year ago. Basically what it is you close your eyes and open your mouth and they put a random sushi roll in your mouth through the glory hole.
Okay.
Oh, so my family has played sushi roulette, where one of them has something on there which makes it insane hot. I think it's wasabi or whatever. I don't know if it was something different than that. But my wife, she lost or won, depending on how you look at it.
Because she likes spicy food, doesn't she?
Oh, she can handle it. Luckily, she got it because she's the only one that could. But even that, it brought her to a knee. That got her pretty good. Yeah, see, ginger and wasabi, awesome on sushi. Warehouse she Jesus. I agree. Well, vegetable sushi.
Well, this guy's a little sensitive about it, I guess. The guy who makes the sushi takes it as an insult if you bury it in soy sauce, especially if you're drunk or if you don't ask politely. A few people are texting in. They want you to smash my Bible bump live on the radio.
I couldn't do that.
It says that goat trucking Jesus says they instantly disappear. Yeah, I've heard the stories, and it is enticing. It is intriguing. But I don't know. My doctor, Vinny Boombots, he's a pretty good guy, and he said it could cause an infection or something. I don't know. I'm on the fence about that. It'd be kind of fascinating to have you smash it, and then it's gone. Got a couple of zits, too, I'd like you to take care of.
No. When Ashley gets back on Tuesday, she'd be perfect for it. She loves that kind of thing.
I would never, ever in a million years ask any other live human being to come anywhere near my pimple. I think that is, if I had one, I don't.
She loves it.
Although I am getting them at an age where a man shouldn't get them. But I find that to be so repulsive for anyone to go anywhere near anyone else's pimple. I will fill a bucket with puke. Buddy of mine, when we were growing up, his mom would pop his zits for him because he didn't like to do it. And when he told me that, I thought, our friendship is in deep jeopardy right now. All right, what else is going on? What's next here? According to a story straight out of China, the young kids out that way are tired and they're bored with regular tattoos on their skin, and they're going to go ahead with getting their teeth tattooed.
It's
F me running.
a little different. I would think that would hurt.
They're having symbols and images engraved onto their chiclets, bruh.
Dude.
They just kind of look like you have bad teeth.
Well, yeah.
Unless you're very, very close.
When I looked at the pictures, Josh, this is what you do if you want to look like you have food stuck in your teeth 24 hours a day.
Yeah, and the ones that are using, they use some yellowish coloring. It just looks like you haven't brushed ever.
Yeah, how many times a day would you get the old, I got a little something right there.
Yeah, I'm sure it happens constantly.
Mm-hmm.
They're having symbols and images tattooed, engraved, whatever you want to call it, onto their chiclets. It sounds like an awful procedure to me, and it looks ridiculous. The new gimmick uses 3D printing technology and all that jibber-jabber. Okay, so here's a benefit. It says here tooth tattoos can be changed by simply replacing the crown. Simply? There's quite a few people. I would imagine there's quite a few people listening right now who effing hate going to the dentist who are saying, hey, there's nothing simple about that. But
yeah, I've got crowns, and I'd rather not do that again, if possible.
Yeah, it says here they can be changed by simply replacing the crown. So, the young people in China believe that skin tattoos are old news, son. An old bit for old peoples. It's been done to death. On to the next, they're saying. Tooth tattoos are what all the hip kids are doing. It's the cool way, the new cool way to express oneself.
What do you think about, when people put jewels in them and stuff like that? Or
on
maybe I should say on them. They have them affixed.
I've never seen that.
Kind of silly to me, too.
Never seen that. I think we've talked about it before on the show, like via a stupid news report, but jewels in your teeth? I don't think I've ever seen it in person.
I shouldn't say almost, but I was very tempted to buy some grills. We were downtown, and I was intoxicated, and we walked by a jewelry store, and they had some grills in the window.
So explain to me what that is. You just slip it over
Yeah, like a mouth guard,
Okay.
or something, and you just put it in, and it's just got stupid stuff on
So
it.
silly.
And I thought, okay, I got to get those. And it would have been a one-and-done joke, and thank goodness they weren't open.
Oh,
and, I'm sure the price tag would have sent me away anyways.
So I know so little about this kind of thing. I mean, look at my friggin' yapper. But tell me, so when I see a guy walking around town with gold teeth, he's just slipped a mouth guard into his yap?
I think, they just pop them on their teeth.
It's not a permanent thing?
I'm sure you could get permanent ones, but that's my understanding. Like Justin Jefferson
Right,
wears some.
he's very famous for them.
He has permanent gold teeth?
No, just different grills that he slides in and out.
Oh, God help us.
And his have like the actual diamonds and bling in them.
Diamonds and bling. So some of these extremely cool young Chinese kids who are having their teeth tattooed, engraved, whichever word you like to use, they're getting their girlfriends' or boyfriends' initials tattooed on their teeth. Isn't that cute? Or their lucky number. Or even, some of them are tattooing their favorite hilarious saying, like, eatin' ain't cheatin'. Or something along those lines, you know what I mean? Like some attitude T-shirt type statement like we were discussing yesterday. Nerdy, dirty, thick, and curvy. You know, whatever. Cute in the face, thick in the waist. I saw one the other day, Cubby. Not on a set of teeth, but on a T-shirt. It said, "I'm no weatherman, but you can expect a few inches tonight."
I've seen that shirt.
Oh, come on.
I work harder than an ugly stripper. You get the picture, right?
Yeah. I know this type of shirts.
Anyway, a dentist's office in China are seeing young people lined up all the way down the block for tooth tattoos.
Oh, another brick in the wall. Jesus has a tattoo. He's got one. And it's a spade, like on a card.
Is that right?
Yeah. That one looks way better than the examples in this article. It really does.
Ah, man.
Yeah, so get back to us. Do folks think that you got something on your tooth? Or
Yeah.
it's hidden. It's like a back molar, it looks like. So you'd have to show it to somebody. So I guess, never mind. That answers that question.
All right, listeners want you to come over here, Josh, and just bite my Bible bump.
No, I'm not
And
gonna
break
do
that sumbitch up.
No, I can't.
Bite it. Break it up.
can't.
Kill it.
If your life depended on it, I could, but I can't do that to you.
I kind of like my little Bible bump.
Yeah, keep it. It's part of who you are.
You want to push on it?
Sure.
Tell me what it feels like.
But it doesn't hurt you, does it?
No, it doesn't hurt
so
me
if
at
I
all.
push on it?
Come push on my Bible bump as hard as you can.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it just feels like bone.
It does. It feels like a boner, he says.
Yep.
No, I said bone.
Oh.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hi, my name is Liam. I'm 8 years old. And how much do you make before taxes?
How many what?
How many do you make before taxes?
Oh, this year? I think like 14, something like that. $14.
$14.
That's a favorite of yours, right, Josh, as far as the Minnesota Vikings go. Josh Metellus.
Stupid first name, but yeah, I do love Josh Metellus.
And he sat down with an 8-year-old kid for an interview, and the 8-year-old kid asked him straight up how much money he makes. Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's what you asked him.
It was a kids' press conference. I guess they do this a few times a year. They get some kids from the Boys and Girls Club, and they get to come down and kind of simulate a press conference. They get to ask the players whatever they want, and that kid was curious about how much he makes before taxes.
Well, I can tell you it's more than $14 because I see him driving around Egan in a Rolls Royce.
Oh, do you?
So I think he's making a couple bucks more than that.
Rolls Royce.
And if you see the video, the kid is adorable, but then also Josh Metellus' face when he goes, $14. And his eyes are kind of like, what do
If I was
say?
that kid's parent, I'd be mortified.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
oh no, we should have rehearsed this.
I'll take $14. By damn, I will. We've been talking about my Bible bump a little bit on the program this morning. I've got a ganglion cyst on my right wrist. I'm sure a lot of you have them. I know you do. When we were talking about it earlier, quite a few of you texted in and said, yeah, I got one of those damn things. We're talking about my Bible bump. And it's about 50-50 on text messages, Josh. Half the crowd wants you to smash it live on the radio. The other half is saying don't smash it because of the negative after effects that could.
I don't like letting people down. I don't want to let half the people crowd down. I just don't think I could do it unless there was a medical reason to do it.
Another listener texted in and said, put some soy sauce on it and eat it. Just eat it.
I do love soy sauce.
You want to watch me lick my Bible bump?
Yeah.
Dana, would you watch that? I'm not going to do it.
No.
Texas Rangers beat the Twins last night. I bet you would. The Tigers continue to free fall. The Arizona Cardinals and Seattle Sea Ducks have been signed up to play Thursday night football tonight. What do I call the guy? Brad Ryder will be joining us in about a half hour. If you notice that I sound like I'm in a panic and I'm going way faster than I should, that's because there's good reason for that. I have to go to the bathroom. Josh's news is next.
So do I.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, podcast pals. Dana here to give you a friendly reminder that now is the best time to get your furnace tuned up before we take a shot to the face with cold Minnesota weather. My pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning currently have same-day and next-day openings, but they won't last long. By the time October rolls around, if your furnace craps out, you'll be freezing your private parts off while dealing with side eye from your significant other and pets for not calling sooner. So give Standard Heating and Air Conditioning a call today. Check this out. You can save up to $70 on your tune-up with Standard Heating. Visit standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com to book today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Ever wonder how dark the world can really get?
Well, we dive into the twisted, the terrifying, and the true stories behind some of the world's most chilling crimes.
Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Nicole.
Together, we host Wicked and Grim, a true crime podcast that unpacks real-life horrors one case at a time.
With deep research, dark storytelling, and the occasional drink to take the edge off,
we're here to explore the wicked
and reveal the grim. We are Wicked and Grim.
Follow and listen on your favorite podcast platform.
Half-Assed Morning Show 93X.
Not a scene you see every day right before the start of the school week. A 12-year-old taken into custody after leading police on a pursuit and ultimately a crash right here.
A 12-year-old boy took his parents' car and led police on a chase hitting 70 miles per hour. But his luck low-key ran out and he crashed into a cop car. The Gen Alpha joyride happened in Sacramento early Monday morning, about 6-7 a.m. The kid hopped into his parents' SUV and hit the road. First, pulling up at his old school, which is kind of sus, because it wasn't clear why he wanted to go there.
Chicks, man.
One said his former... Right, that's my thought, too. Like, hey, did you see I'm driving now at 12?
Maybe there's some friggin' babes hanging out. I can pick them up, take them for a ride ski.
One said his former school, the 12-year-old driver, yeeted over some cones and sped off again. Deputies tried to pull him over, but he's built different, so he floored it instead. His W was short-lived, though. It wasn't long before the young driver lost control of the vehicle, losing mad aura in the process. He hit a parked car and then slammed into a squad. The kid was taken to juvie for a hit-and-run, assault with a deadly weapon on a peace officer, reckless evasion of a peace officer, vehicle theft, and receiving a stolen vehicle. He's in some serious trouble. The boy's parents won't face charges. But California law states 12 is the youngest age a minor can be charged with a crime, and they're throwing the book at him.
Dude.
However, the parents may be financially responsible for the damages their son caused.
That blows.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Oh, that's not going to be cheap.
I wonder if this kid's been a derelict his entire 12 years, or he just decided to go buck wild on this particular occasion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wonder that myself. I kind of pictured him just going buck wild, but, you know, maybe you're right. Maybe he has been in trouble the whole time. Curiosity may kill the cat, but in Kabul, it nearly killed a kid. A 13-year-old Afghan boy slipped past supposedly sharp-eyed security. made his way into a plane's wheel well, the cramped cavity where landing gear tucks away and where stowaways usually die. Airport officials said it's a death trap, tiny, freezing, and starve for oxygen at cruising altitude. Unless you're an airplane wheel, it's more coffin than cabin. Yet somehow the teenage Houdini survived the 2-hour ordeal without so much as a scratch. Officials said most people who attempt something like that don't survive, often falling victim to hypothermia, which is deadly and unflattering to male genitalia.
Well, what the hell? He's trying to escape his world?
No, yeah, I'll tell you here in a second what he's looking for.
For Christ's sake.
Well, possibly, but it sounds more like he was curious. Authorities say the boy mingled with passengers before sneaking into his hiding hole with hopes of making it to Iran. How he was able to get through security without a boarding pass remains unknown, as does why the hell anyone would want to go to Iran in the first place. That's also a mystery. When the plane landed, staff spotted him strolling near the craft. A question later, he confessed curiosity was his only compass, and he was plopped back onto the same plane and shipped back home.
So somehow he got from inside the airplane talking to other passengers into the wheel well?
I think it was more like on the tarmac. It was kind of confusing, to be honest with you.
Sometimes you are walking around on the tarmac before you get on an airplane.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the gist of it.
Sure.
And then he just kind of snuck up in there. Meanwhile, in Minnesota, not wanting to gamble on passenger safety, a Delta flight destined for Vegas cashed in its chips on takeoff yesterday morning due to an open window on the airplane.
Who the hell opened up a window?
It was in the cockpit, or a flight deck. Is that the same thing?
I'm not sure.
It wasn't initially revealed what caused that window to open during the flight, but Delta called it a mechanical issue in the flight deck. Maybe did the co-pilot reek?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Somebody dropped ass.
Shoppers at a Massachusetts Target got more than markdowns this week. They got a live-action crime saga from a shoplifter who brought his own pharmacy. Police say 31-year-old Tevin Haywood and his female accomplice decided to discount themselves about $150 worth of merchandise, walking out without the pesky business of paying. In order to stop, the duo tried one of the old five-finger foot races, but lost. During the chase, cops say Haywood was spotted stuffing sandwich bags of powder into his above-the-waist masshole, a hiding place which could have turned deadly because the bags reportedly contained cocaine and fentanyl, about 13 grams. He faces several charges. Again, this is like a laundry list. It's like a whole paragraph of charges. A Wisconsin man was arrested after he walked down the street with a pair of scissors, miming throat-slashing motions to passerby like a community theater Sweeney Todd with office supplies.
At least he was walking and not running. You're never supposed to run with scissors.
So he's not completely crazy.
No. He's still kind of going and doing it by the book.
Very good point. The Madison Police Department received a call about 8:22 p.m. Saturday about a man threatening people while holding a sharp object. Responding officer said the man was walking up to people with scissors and motioning as if he was going to cut their throats.
Oh, my God.
Nobody was injured, and the 43-year-old was arrested for disorderly conduct while armed.
What a friggin' clown.
Certainly unsettling, but I would kind of laugh if there's just a dude making the throat-cutting motion at me.
Okay, bro.
In the pantheon of pitiful excuses, this one might just win the golden dildo. Police say 24-year-old dildo William Sullivan was kicked out of a Tennessee bar called Double CC Bar and Grill Friday night after making threats with a knife. According to investigators, he armed himself with a handgun before hitching a ride back to the bar. He later explained while returning to take a leak outdoors, he slipped into a ditch and, whoops, the gun accidentally fired several shots at people, cars, and possibly the building itself.
Another patron went outside to smoke, and this guy opened fire on him.
Then, according to Sullivan, someone threw a beer bottle at him, which caused his gun to fire again by accident.
Itchy trigger on this one.
And when asked why bar owner Randy Croft was on the receiving end of gunfire, he pointed to self-defense. He insisted Croft had pulled a weapon on him, and his training kicked in. What training exactly, he didn't say. Presumably not firearm safety, however.
It was just a natural reaction, dude.
Nothing he can do.
I've been trained.
He's a trained killer. Police don't believe Croft ever had a weapon in the first place. In fact, Sullivan admitted that Croft never got off a shot. Police say that's because he didn't have a gun. They say Sullivan admitted to firing at Croft until his gun ran dry, then thoughtfully reloading from a box of shells he brought along in order to keep on shooting. He said he panicked afterward, grabbed Croft's keys and the handgun he said Croft was carrying, then sped away in the stolen truck as sirens closed in.
Highway Patrol got involved in the pursuit as well as our deputies, and it was just a few more minutes, and he crashed out over there and was taken into custody.
He also claimed during the pursuit he suffered a panic attack and may have tossed Croft's gun out the window, which he says that explains why they never recovered the weapon.
This guy's got a few angles he's working on, huh?
A massage therapist been...
Holy smokes. Whose throat was that? Dana, do you have throat problems?
I didn't hear anything.
You didn't hear that? Josh, you heard that.
I heard that, yeah. It sounded like a throat farted this time.
Yeah, that was a throat fart.
Whose throat has gas?
It ain't mine.
A massage therapist been charged with felony secret peeping after police say he used a hidden cell phone to record a client without her knowledge. According to court records, the incident happened Monday at Silent Moments Spa in North Carolina.
Silent Moments.
The client told...
Sounds like I'm going to get a hand job.
I know, that does, doesn't it?
That sounds like I'm going to get an H-job.
There's certain places where you think, oh, I'm definitely getting some. Silent Moment Spa. Shh, I won't say a word.
They're going to cup the nads, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's a two-hander. Mm-hmm. The client told police after finishing her massage, she went back into the room to get dressed and noticed a small flashing light.
Oh, she did, huh?
That's when she discovered a phone near a backpack and realized it had been recording. She's pretty smart. She airdropped the videos from the device onto her own phone, left the spa, and then contacted authorities. Investigators said the videos showed the suspect setting up the phone so it would capture the area where the client undressed. In one clip, the woman appeared partially nude.
What?
40-year-old Jared Crawford later admitted he placed the phone to record the client. It was a bad decision. It was wrong, the perverted peckerhead said.
I asked the staff if Crawford is still employed there and if they had any statement in response to the alleged crime. They asked me to leave the business and called police.
This guy also has a lot of excuses. He explained that he'd been working at Silent Moment Spa since March of last year and had previously held jobs at several other massage businesses in the area. Now, he admits he was fired from all of them. However, those terminations were unrelated to any sexual misconduct.
Okay.
However, he did acknowledge that their departures involved in complaints from female clients.
All right. Not sure where to go with that, but you're under arrest.
Maybe that should be the end of his masseuse career.
I think he should be done. A Connecticut motorist is facing felony charges after turning a routine fender bender into a dangerous game of pedestrian bowling, intentionally running over another driver.
I've never done that.
You haven't?
Nope.
How many points do you get for something like that? That's a point system.
It's kind of like fantasy football, Josh. Every league is different.
Oh, yeah, kind of. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Is it, I don't know, double points if you try and run them over? I guess we'll have to get some clarification on that from the league. Troopers say the trouble started when 67-year-old Keith Chapman clipped another car while trying to pass illegally. The startled victim pulled over to jot down the license plate, and Chapman charged the chap. According to investigators, he didn't just drift too close, he aimed. Surveillance footage shows him reversing from the right lane, slamming into drive, and gunning it toward the man like a bull seeing red. Then he roared off without so much as a glance in the rear view. The victim told police he had been walking along the shoulder, stopping to pick up a license plate, which popped off Chapman's car during the first collision. That's when Chapman swerved back and struck him on purpose. Troopers traced Chapman to his home thanks to the very plates that he lost in the crash.
Right, yeah.
What a psychopath.
Seems a little off. Sure,
Yeah.
I'll go along with that.
You're with me on that one?
I am.
Yeah, I don't fully understand how you can get that angry. So essentially, the guy, he wants to pass the other guy, and he goes around the right side, right? Dude doesn't see him coming around the right side because he's hauling ass. Kind of moves over a little bit. Chapman crashes into him and then tries to kill him later.
Yeah.
A 21-year-old Ohio woman was arrested last week after attacking a fast food worker with the help of a large rock and a willing accomplice. Video shows the female suspect walking through the front doors with an object in her right hand, heading directly to the drive-thru. A man trails just a few steps behind. Police later identified the object as a rock. While the attack itself wasn't captured on camera, the footage does show the suspect scurrying back outside less than 2 minutes later. And only moments after that, the victim staggered into view holding her face in pain. When police arrived, they found a young Arby's employee bleeding from her face. A witness told investigators 2 suspects rushed in from the drive-thru area, assaulted the worker, and then took off faster than Dana can down a double beef and cheddar with a Jamocha shake, which is quite fast.
A group of people just came in and assaulted one of my workers. I need medical. Medical with blood everywhere.
The same witness admitted he nearly stepped in to break things up, but backed off when the man gestured toward his waistband and told him to back off. Fearing that he might be armed, the witness chose not to intervene.
Sure.
When police spoke to the injured employee, she explained she and the woman had spent time together the night before. At some point, the woman accused her of stealing a roach, which Google tells me is the leftover end of a marijuana joint.
For Christ's sake.
And that may have set off that confrontation.
Man, Arby's is supposed to be a happy place.
I think it is 99% of the time, unless a lady comes in with a rock.
Yep, and an accomplice.
Over a drug dispute. The Minnesota Department of Revenue put out a warning to be on the lookout for scam texts pretending to be about a refund. The messages start off sounding official. They'll say something like, your refund request has been processed and approved.
Now we're talking, right?
But then they warn if you don't hand over your bank details, you'll permanently forfeit the money, and you've got just a few hours to do it.
Solely created to defraud the system. That's unique in the extent to which we have that here in Minnesota, and program after program after program, I think is unique, and that's the problem that we're all grappling with here in Minnesota in recent years.
If you get a text like that, state officials advise keeping your thumbs holstered. Avoid the link, report it as a scam, and then delete it. But if you've already clicked and shared personal or financial information, they say to contact your bank as soon as possible. Scammers have been busy this year. The IRS warned about a similar con in the spring, promising $1,400 stimulus checks.
They just won't leave us alone.
No, I've gotten one of those. Have you guys received one of those yet?
I don't think so.
I still haven't gotten my refund.
Still waiting on that?
Yeah.
Have you sent out all of the proper personal information?
I've given them all the information I could possibly give.
Any day now, Josh.
What a bunch of scumbags, if you don't mind me saying. Your aunt's dream middle-aged orgy of Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, and Benicio del Toro star together in a new movie called One Battle After Another this week. A washed-up revolutionary exists in the state of stone paranoia, surviving off-grid with his spirited, self-reliant daughter. When his nemesis reemerges after 16 years and she vanishes, he must confront the past he tried to bury. Also in theaters this week, the second chapter of a new trilogy in the Strangers horror series, The Strangers Chapter 2. On the final day of their cross-country road trip, a couple's vehicle breaks down, forcing them to take refuge in a remote Airbnb. However, as night falls, 3 masked strangers terrorize them until dawn.
Why are you doing this to us because we're here?
That's not right.
I do love that movie, The Strangers.
Yeah, it's good. It's slow.
I especially love the ending.
But it's good. On the lighter side, a big screen version of the kids' series, Gabby's Dollhouse, with Gabby's Dollhouse the movie, starring Kristen Wiig. Gabby and her grandma's road trip takes an unexpected turn when Gabby's grand prize dollhouse ends up with the eccentric cat lady. On Netflix today, Wayward, where a small-town cop suspects a local school for troubled teens and its dangerously charismatic founder hides some darker truths. Thursday Night Football tonight features Arizona hosting Seattle on NBC, the 27th premiere of Law & Order Special Victims Unit. And Sunday on Fox, a gangbang of animated comedies are back, led by the premiere of The Simpsons, Season 37, followed by the debut of Season 16 of Bob's Burgers, Crapocalypse Season 3, and the second season premiere of Universal Basic Guys.
Is Family Guy still a thing?
Yeah, it's still a thing.
Are you still keeping up with Family Guy?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, I like to throw it on when I think of it.
I thought that was a Sunday night program.
It used to be.
I think they kind of rotate their animated shows in and out at this point because they have so many of them.
All right.
A special benefit is being held this weekend for Joe Spanbauer, who's bravely fighting cancer. The event will take place Saturday from noon until 7 at Route 47 Pub and Grub. Admission's $20. That covers access to all the day's activities and an entire afternoon of live music, which is the central highlight of the day. 19 different bands performing, each personally chosen by Joe himself. Alongside the music, guests will be able to enjoy beer, food, and live and silent auctions, with every dollar raised going directly to Joe's support.
We heard about this a couple weeks ago. Thanks to Kevin and Jimmy for giving us a heads up on this.
Two of the coolest guys I've ever seen in my life, by the way. Very cool-looking dudes.
They smelled like cigarettes.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Both of them smelled like cigarettes, but they were a lot of fun to talk to.
Yeah, they really were. So thank you for making us aware of this. Hopefully it's a very, very well-supported event. For those unable to attend in person, however, donations are being accepted. More details about the event can be found at 93x.com. And registration for the Culver's Shaver Slam Pickleball event, hosted by Pints and Paddle, are in full swing. The event is October 18th and 19th. Come support a great cause and stay for the dinks, which is a pickleball joke. Only 93X listeners, though, get $10 off the registration fee with the code SHAVER93X. All proceeds, of course, benefit the Randy Shaver Cancer Research and Community Fund. 93x.com has all the info. Catherine Zeta-Jones is 56, and her husband, Michael Douglas, 81, born on the same day, just centuries apart.
My God.
Retired NBA star Scottie Pippen is 60.
And totally out of his mind.
Yep. He even looks out of his mind now. His face has changed to that of a crazy person. Luke Skywalker, a.k.a. Mark Hamill, 74, and on National Comic Book Day today, I'd be remiss not to mention his celebrated voice work as the Joker in the animated Batman universe. Hatch Daddy Jesus texts a happy 32nd wedding anniversary to his folks, Howard and Tracy. Good luck to California transplant Jesus heading in for an MRI tomorrow. Congratulations to Not Bozo Jesus and Bonzo Jesus and Bonzo Jesus. They're getting married this Saturday from Bean Counter Jesus. Happy 9th birthday to Isabel and happy 54th to her dad tomorrow. That's 93X News.
The Minnesota Vikings interview.
Personal file, 69, offense. He was giving them the business.
Touchdown! Vikings win it! On the Half-Assed Morning Show.
What conspiracy theory do you believe in?
I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory, but I believe that a lot of conspiracy theories were invented to throw us off of the real ones. So they were like, let's just flood the market with conspiracy theories. I think they were like, they're getting a little too close. Let's make up some.
Who do we have here now? Brad Ryder?
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us this morning, Brad. And you have been the lonely boy this week because Randy Shaver punked out and took the week off.
Yeah, I've been the only boy.
The only boy. That's been you. Get ready, Brad. We're about ready to jaw jack with Depot. Our weekly chat with Vikings captain and three-time Pro Bowler Andrew Depala is brought to you by Luther Kia of Bloomington.
Before you begin your road trip, ask yourself, do you really need 5 full suitcases? With the new 2026 Kia Sportage X-Pro's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need. Visit Luther Kia of Bloomington today. Keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Comparisons based on second row legroom and cargo space behind second row seats in the subcompact SUV class according to Kia segmentation as of June 2025.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Jesus Christ!
Oh
my God!
They're bleeding!
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show! It's said.
Ow!
Here comes old Depot, Andrew Depala. Good morning, Andrew. How are you?
Good morning, guys. Doing
Sorry,
great. How y'all doing?
Did we blow your brains out with that? We apologize.
I was just a little confused what was going on.
So are we.
Club, yeah.
Awful loud on our end. It was awful loud. So tell us more about this. That's interesting. Someone was asking you about conspiracy theories the other day in the locker room. I guess I thought you were in the locker room. I don't know for sure. And you said your theory is that most conspiracy theories are made up to cover up the real ones. That's brilliant. I like that.
Yeah, that's my theory.
I'm with you on that one. You just throw enough other stuff out there, and it distracts you from what we should really be paying attention to. Do you have a favorite conspiracy theory? Maybe one that's silly, like you think is the silliest of all?
I think the silliest one is like the people that believe pigeons aren't real.
Oh, yeah. Birds aren't real. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
I think that started as a bit. But some folks started to go, well, wait a minute, that makes sense. The government just puts little cameras in all these bird drones so they can keep an eye on them.
I remember that one. That's a good one. Birds aren't real. I mean, what about some of these sports-related conspiracy theories? You don't follow basketball, do you?
No, not really.
But, I mean, Brad Ryder will go along with me on this, I think. What happened? So the Dallas Mavericks trade Baby Nuts.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell's his real name again?
Luka
Doncic.
The Dallas Mavericks trade Luka Doncic. It throws their friggin' team into turmoil, right? Fans are all over social media saying, I'm never going to a game again. F you, Dallas Mavericks, for ruining my life. And then it just so happens the next time the draft lottery comes around, even though the Dallas Mavericks only had about a 1.5% chance to win the draft lottery, they somehow win the sumbitch and get the number 1 pick in the draft. Some of this stuff you really can't deny.
Yeah, it's just too funny.
Some
Someone's like too on the nose sometimes.
So you do believe that's to be true?
Me?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You do?
I absolutely think there was something at play there. No question about it. Come on.
You're a big NBA guy. Did you ever think on God's flat earth that would ever happen?
I might go along with that, except for the fact I've been in that room when they've done that before.
Yeah.
And I know that can't happen.
Oh, you weren't in the room on that particular night, though, Brad Ryder. Shady. Let me tell you, shady. Andrew, is it today that you leave for Ireland?
Yep, it's today.
Are you all packed up, ready to go?
I am, actually. We had to drop our bags off, like, now.
Okay.
Do you pack anything different for a transatlantic trip, as it were?
No. I keep it the same.
What about a kilt? Or am I thinking Scotland?
Scotland.
Okay.
Scotland.
I've been to Ireland once before. So when they sit you down on the airplane, do you sit, like, say, will you be surrounded by your special teams bros so you guys can, act like you're doing homework and things like that? Is that how they operate? Or do you have a regular bro that you sit with on every plane ride? How does it work out?
Yeah, normally it's done by seniority, I guess.
Oh.
So, like, the seats are usually the same.
You have...
I sit
in the
behind,
cockpit?
In the cockpit. on the front, on the nose.
Just strap you down there.
I mean, you have the greatest amount of seniority on the whole ball club, do you not?
Not like in years played.
Oh. So, but still, so like the rookie gets a terrible seat. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you, like, bring a deck of cards, or are you more just listen to headphones, play video games? How do you like to? I mean, how long did you say this flight is? It's exceptionally long.
I think it's like 6 hours.
Oh, that's no.
6,
okay.
7 hours.
I take that back.
Yeah, that ain't bad
6.
at all.
I see what you did.
Yeah, I've done it once before.
I thought it was way longer than that.
If I remember right, it was 6, 7 hours, and a little bit of a difference on the way there as opposed to the way back.
I'm a little surprised you guys are leaving today. I would have thought you'd have left earlier in the week. It's probably good for you guys you're not leaving till today, but I would have thought you'd have left earlier this week.
Yeah, there's some science behind leaving tonight and getting in Friday morning. I don't know what it is. I just listen to the people.
Sleeping, probably.
Read the science. So.
Yeah, I think you mentioned last week they prefer you to stay awake on this airplane so your sleep patterns remain the same. It's going to be tough. That's a long plane ride and the time change and everything. So we wish you the best of luck on that. Andrew Depala, let's play a round of Pick Your Favorite Irishman.
Okay.
And first off, I hope that you think of Josh and I as two of your favorite Irishmen. I am.
Fingers crossed.
I am of Irish descent. So is Cubby over there. What are you, an Italian or something, Andrew Depala?
I'm an Italian, but there's a little bit of Irish there.
Is there? Okay. My ancestors come from the southwestern part of the island. Josh, do you know the area in Ireland where your family originated from?
No, I don't.
My mother and sister and an uncle or two many years ago traveled all the way over there so they could find out the town that my family came from. It was a massive waste of time and money, if you ask me. Anyway, let's play Pick Your Favorite Irishman. Andrew, what I have here is groups of 3 famous people of Irish descent.
Just one come to your mind immediately? As soon as he said the topic here, do you think of one right away? For me, it's Lucky the Leprechaun from Lucky Charms. Your stereotypical Irishman.
He's had a long career.
Actually, you know what it'd have to be? It would have to be Conan O'Brien.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be
good
my
one.
real answer.
Your stereotypical Irishman, you call him.
He's your everyman
Yes, he
Irishman.
is. Conan O'Brien, okay. What I have here is groups of 3 famous people of Irish descent. All you have to do is pick a favorite, and maybe you can tell us why. And Josh, I'd like you to play as well. You pick your favorite Irishman.
Sure. I'd be honored.
From these groups of 3, and tell us why. We'll see if you boys match up. We're playing Pick Your Favorite Irishman with Minnesota Vikings long snapper Andrew Depala. He's hours away from invading the island. Okay, pick one of these 3. Liam Neeson, Pierce Brosnan, Robert De Niro.
Who's going first?
Well, let Andrew go first.
Okay.
Wait, all these people are Irish?
Of Irish descent. You know, we could nitpick it all day long, but, you know, it's just a radio show.
I mean,
Yeah,
keep in mind, Robert De Niro was in a movie called The Irish.
That's
He
true.
was. Liam Neeson, Pierce Brosnan, and Robert De Niro.
I'm going Liam Neeson.
Did you see the latest Naked Gun movie?
No, I haven't.
Maybe ask him to put that one on the airplane.
That would be. I would actually watch that.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's worth a few laughs. It's not going to knock your socks off. Okay, Josh, Liam Neeson, Pierce Brosnan, Robert De Niro.
You know, this is difficult.
I know.
I enjoy all 3 actors
I know you do
quite a bit.
I have a prediction as to where you're going to go, but go ahead.
I'm going to say Liam Neeson, too.
Okay.
Because I'll watch even his bad movies.
You'll watch. Andrew, I didn't give you a chance to tell us why you'd pick Liam Neeson over Pierce Brosnan and Robert De Niro.
The movie escapes me, but the iconic line where he's on the phone talking to the kidnappers of his daughter.
Yeah, called
just all time.
Taken
her back. Yeah, there you go.
There you go, Taken.
I thought maybe Josh was going to go Pierce Brosnan.
He's great.
Just because you're old school like that, and he is a talented guy. Okay, Ben Stiller, Ben Affleck, Bono, Andrew Depala. Pick your favorite Irishman.
Barf.
Ben Stiller, Ben Affleck, Bono.
I'm going Ben Stiller.
You like his movies? You think he's funny and all that?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Josh?
Yeah, I got to go with Ben Stiller.
Oh, you guys have matched up both times. What? When I said Bono, you were reeling with disgust?
Well, just those 3. I mean, it's not like a favorite is a tough. I mean, Ben Stiller certainly has his moments. Gosh, you know, but Bono has kicked out some bangers. Yeah, I'll say Ben Stiller.
Okay. Anna Kendrick.
Oh.
Mark Wahlberg. Keanu Reeves. Pick your favorite Irishman, Andrew Depala.
Man, this is a tough one. I got to go Keanu.
Everyone loves that guy.
It's going to seem like I'm copying him, but me too. I was going to. Wahlberg led the pack until he said Keanu. I love Keanu Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
I think the more you learn about him, the more you realize he's such a good person.
I agree. That's a big part of it. I love plenty of his movies are great. Some of my all-time favorites. You know, John Wick, Bill and Ted's. But he does seem like such a He does seem like such a good guy.
Courtney Cox is your first celebrity of Irish descent here. You got to pick a favorite out of these 3. Courtney Cox, Jack Nicholson, Chris Evans.
Jack Nicholson, for sure.
That's where I'd go, too. I mean, he's a living legend, for Christ's sake. Josh.
It's got to be Jack Nicholson, although I love Chris Evans.
Mm-hmm.
He's on my Chris list. Watch the movie The Gray Man if you haven't seen. I'm actually reading the book right now. It's excellent. Gray Man, very funny on Netflix.
You know, Brad Ryder, you can speak up if you want to argue with these guys over their favorite Irishman.
I would have picked somebody different in every pack so far.
You would have?
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you think who in particular?
I would have picked Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, yeah? You
I
would
think Mark Wahlberg
have went De Niro, I bet.
No, I don't like De Niro.
So out of Liam Neeson, Pierce Brosnan, and Robert De Niro, you would have went Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah.
What about this next one? Go ahead, Brad. You can join in. Megan Fox, Lindsay Lohan, or Frankie Muniz. Lindsay Lohan, Megan Fox, or Frankie Muniz. We're starting with Andrew Depala.
I think I'm going to go with Lindsay Lohan.
That's my answer, too. Josh?
Can't go wrong.
One more time?
Megan Fox, Lindsay Lohan, Frankie Muniz.
I just wanted to hear you try and say that again. Frankie.
He does rule.
Yeah, he is so good.
Lovable guy, hilarious character. Brad
Seems
Ryder.
like a nice person.
I'm not a fan of this list particular, but I'll take Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, you will.
She'd take you too, Brad.
I'm sure.
I hope that if you get a chance to walk the streets over there, Andrew Depala, I hope you're able to follow. Like I said last time we talked, I had a impossible time trying to understand what was said to me when I was in Ireland. So I hope you don't have too much of a challenge there. Keep in mind, do you know any Irish terms, like stuff you might hear over there? I mean, like, for instance, if someone says they got to go to the Jacks, that means they have to go to the bathroom. Are you familiar with that?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Has anybody given you any tips? Maybe somebody you know who's gone there before, or the team says anything?
No, none.
Nothing that you haven't asked? Like, hey, what should I check? I suppose you probably won't have a lot of time, right, to check things out?
Not in Ireland.
Okay, you get a chance to walk around London. Well, just in case it comes into play, if someone says something about going to the Jacks, that means they're going to the bathroom. If you're called deadly, if someone refers to you as deadly, that means awesome or fantastic.
Oh.
What's the crack or the crake means what's happening or how you're doing. C-R-A-I-C. I'm not sure how to say that. What's the crack? What's the crake? That means what's happening. Manky is dirty or disgusting. Who would be the teammate that you would describe as manky, dirty or disgusting?
Dirty or disgusting?
Yeah.
In, like, what way? Like, literally?
Yeah. Like their locker is always garbage. They smell like ass. You know, something like that. You're around these guys all the time.
Yeah, that's a good question.
What about just...
No one's really, like dirty or stinky. They just, like, have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, people are texting in saying T.J. Hawkinson looks stinky. He does kind of... he looks that way. That's true.
Yeah.
I bet he's got impeccable hygiene.
He looks like he smells of patchouli oil.
Yeah. He looks like he just hates showers. That's kind of the appearance he has.
I'll say this. He takes care of that hair.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, does he?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you have
He's so lucky to have it.
Believe it or not, by looking at me today, I used to have a lot of friggin' hair cruising out of my skull. And, yeah, if you didn't take care of it, you smell like a dog. You smell like a damn dog.
Who's the funniest on that? You're obviously a dude that has a good sense of humor. Josh Metellus, to me, seems to be absolutely hilarious. Is he up
Josh,
there?
he's hilarious. He's funny. Dwight McLaughlin, I think just he says off-the-wall stuff. He's funny. Levi, Drake Rodriguez, he's another funny guy.
You got to have some boys in the locker room that can create some laughs, no question about it. Please congratulate your teammate Isaiah Rodgers, who was the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Have you ever seen anything like what he put together against Cincinnati?
How great was that?
No, I don't think anyone has.
No. I mean, by the end of the first half, he had an interception, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, and 2 defensive touchdowns. So it made him the first player in NFL history to record such a thing. He's also the first Viking ever to score multiple defensive touchdowns in one game. He had the game of his life, so tell him we said congratulations. And, of course, we wish you all the luck in the world on your trip to Ireland and London. We hope you have a blast. Hope you come out of there with a couple of wins. We're excited for you. And by Dan, when we talk to you next, hopefully you got a few stories.
Yeah, hopefully it's some good stories. My father-in-law told me to bring up the Ryder Cup and talk trash to some of these Irish people, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, make sure the U.S. wins first.
Yeah, check the finals.
Thank you, Andrew. Have a safe trip.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah,
you bet.
We'll see you now.
Heading off to Ireland today. Yeah, that's a poke. But not as bad as you thought it would be, huh, Josh?
No, I was thinking it was going to be like dozens of hours in some regard. Some people are saying, no, it's longer than 6 hours.
Well, I made the trip.
I would think he'd know.
I'm telling you, I did it 20-some years ago, and it was like 6, 7. I mean, yeah, it was in that neighborhood. Brad Ryder, you been out that way?
No, I haven't. He seemed a little down today, like he wasn't looking forward to things today.
Yeah, you could hear the excitement in his voice. Yeah, that's for sure.
I don't blame him. Hey, we're just trying to change your life for you. For the better, the Purple Pickum Challenge could be what folks call a life changer. It's brought to you by Xfinity, your home field advantage. Get all your football all in one place with Xfinity. Purple Pickum is also brought to you by Dickey's Barbecue Pit in Eagan. Now, here's how it all goes, by God. You got to listen to this here radio station every week, all football season. Listen weekdays to 93X for the contest keyword during the 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. hours. When you hear it, text it in to 651-989-9393 for your chance to win a $25 gift card from Dickey's Barbecue Pit in Eagan, and you'll automatically be qualified for our Purple Pick'em drawing. We draw a name out of a hat. Each week we draw one qualifying listener to predict the halftime score and the final score of this week's Minnesota game. Today, a feller from Empire, Minnesota. I wonder if they play that record by Queensryche.
You'd have
24 hours a day.
Yeah, they should put a speaker right by the Empire sign when you drive in there.
I agree. From Empire, Minnesota, it's Jake. Good morning, Jake.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Pretty good. Also known as I don't give a rat's ass Jesus. So what's behind your Jesus? I always love to ask what's behind these Jesus names. You just a careless, carefree guy? What's the story?
No, because I thought Jinx Jesus sounded dumb.
Jinxed Jesus? You thought that name sounded dumb? Oh, I see what you mean. Wait a minute. Maybe I don't know what you mean. Where are you going with this?
I've had the nickname Jinx for a long time, but...
Okay.
I don't mind that one.
You considered being Jinx Jesus. You didn't think it sounded right, so you went with I don't give a rat's ass.
Pretty much.
Okay. What do you do down there in Empire?
As in a job or just what I...
Both.
I do low voltage downtown.
Oh, nice.
Downtown Empire?
No, to Minneapolis, St. Paul.
And what do you do with your free
Suburbs.
time? What do you like to do screwing around?
I like to ride my motorcycle. I do RC vehicles.
What does it sound like when he rides his motorcycle?
Maybe...
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Do you know what we're talking about?
Jake or me?
Well, I know you know what we're talking about. I'm wondering if Jake understands what we're talking about.
Hit him with it.
I want to hear Jake do it.
You ever pull off anything like that before, Jake?
God, I hope my Harley doesn't sound like that.
Oh, that kind of motorcycle. Here's the deal. We're ready for your predictions, Jake. Just so you know ahead of time, if you correctly predict either the halftime score or the final score, you'll win $1,000. If you get both of them, you'll win $100,000 plus a trip to that big stinking ball game at the end of the year. So what do you think about halftime? Jesus, everything is just killing me.
I'm doing Pittsburgh 14, Minnesota 10.
Oh, and the final?
It'll be 24 Minnesota, 14 Pittsburgh.
All right.
Pittsburgh doesn't score a point in the second half. Take care of yourself, Jake. Thanks for taking an interest in our Purple Pick'em Challenge. Be careful on that motorcycle. Be careful with that low voltage work downtown. And have a great weekend. Hopefully we'll be saying good things to you next time we talk.
Yep.
Thanks, bro.
Awesome, guys. Thanks.
Thanks. I don't give a rat's ass, Jesus. All right, let's continue, to, if you don't mind, to pick our favorite Irishman. Let me see if I got a tough one in here for you. Brad Ryder, everybody, Josh, Dana. Dane Cook, Bradley Cooper, or Carmen Electra? These are all celebrities of Irish descent.
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, I got to be Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
What?
I think 25 years ago I would have went Carmen Electra.
Although I saw her in that Baywatch documentary they put out, she's still bringing it.
Is she?
Oh, yeah.
You watched a Baywatch documentary?
Mm-hmm.
I watched that too, I think.
Yeah.
The
I
story,
thought you hated Baywatch.
I did, but I watched the story. I don't think I saw all of it, but
Mm-hmm.
I saw some of this documentary on the show. Yeah, I did. I hated Baywatch for one reason only, and his name is, what's his name again?
David Hasselhoff?
David Hasselhoff.
Never been able to stand the sight or sound of the man. So I refused to watch Baywatch, even with all those gals running around. Heather Graham, Ashton Kutcher, or Seth MacFarlane?
Man, Seth MacFarlane's made me laugh quite a lot over the years.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane. Easy for me.
Brad?
What do you think, Brad?
I got to go with Heather Graham.
Yeah.
God, you're a pervert.
I saw her last night.
No, she's top 5, seriously.
I saw her last night in the Charlie Sheen documentary. Right? I have the right woman, right? He married Heather Graham?
No.
Who? Oh, that was Richards.
Richards.
Sorry, that was Denise Richards.
Yep.
Well, now I can't picture who Heather Graham is. Jason
She's Roller Girl.
I thought Denise Richards was Roller Girl. Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
You don't even. He's
going blind.
Doesn't matter who else is on the list.
Okay. Vince Vaughn, Paul Walker, Jennifer Aniston.
I got to go Vince Vaughn. There's just something cool about Vince Vaughn to me.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
You're not going to go with Paul Walker, Dana, even though he's your hero from that movie?
Yeah. I guess I would go Paul Walker.
No one's going to take Jennifer Aniston in this list of famous Irish
No.
people? What?
I'm not a fan of hers.
Oh, really? Why not?
No, I don't know. There's just something that seems fake about her.
Oh.
That's it. That is it.
Oh, I think I can guess.
What?
What do you mean by that?
Fake?
I bet they're real, but I think I know where he's going with
No,
that.
I didn't mean that.
You're a pervert.
The Arizona Cardinals and Seattle Sea Ducks have been called up and asked to play tonight for Thursday Night Football, and it looks like they're going to go ahead with it. Oh, the DWI kid is back playing ball with the Vikings. Wide receiver Addison Jordan. His suspension is over. Now he can play football again.
And he probably won't be able to get behind the wheel of a car for a couple of weeks because they'll be in Europe.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's true. Yeah, let's get the guy an Uber for the rest of the season.
They drive on the other side of the road in Ireland. They do the same thing in London, right?
Yep.
Right, yeah.
That threw me when I was in Ireland. They're driving on the wrong side of the friggin' road.
Yeah, I wonder how often you'd get into the wrong side of the vehicle, too.
Right.
If I was there for a month, I'd do it probably every time.
All right, these internet challenges have completely taken over. It's all the young people are doing these days, other than soaking. Aren't the young kids into soaking, Josh?
Certain folks, yeah.
Okay, you can look that up if you have
your beliefs.
All the young people are doing these days is sitting around trying to come up with the next internet challenge. And it seems like the latest vibe is some sort of running challenge. And we've had a couple of these conversations lately. You know, you drink a beer, you smoke a joint, you eat 11 hot dogs, you know, this and that. You've heard it before. Personally, I'm getting kind of burned out on the gimmick, but, you know, what the hell? We got nothing but time to kill. The latest is this. You eat something called a Carolina Reaper pepper, and then you up and run a mile before being allowed to drink anything to put out the fire.
I can't even imagine. I mean, we've said this before. Just running the mile is miserable. There's no way.
You're just torturing yourself at this point.
That does sound like torture.
Like, it's not even. I can see why the 999 thing would be fun and a challenge, you know, and to get a story out of it. This, you're just making yourself miserable on purpose.
Not to mention, when folks run, don't you already trigger the process of diarrhea? We've heard it's like bloody nipples and diarrhea. I mean,
you can shake something
just
loose.
Exacerbate that tenfold.
Yeah, you eat a Carolina Reaper, which they say is just hotter than Dutch love. And then you run a mile before being allowed to drink anything to put out the fire. As a matter of fact, it says here, milk is the reward you get at the end of your mile-long run.
But I've heard of those Carolina Reapers that milk doesn't necessarily take the burn away right away. You're going to be miserable for quite a while.
You're sweating.
I think the last thing you want to drink after you've run, too, is milk.
By the way, are you saying milk would be a bad choice?
It is a bad choice.
By the way, our listening audience is violently turning on Brad Ryder after his negative take on Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, Brad, that was not a popular comment.
That's one where if you even believe it, you just kind of keep it to yourself.
Did you ever see Horrible Bosses?
Oh man.
Brad, watch Horrible Boss. You did see it?
Yeah.
And you still feel that way about Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
Is your wife listening? That must be it.
I even sat through that piss-poor We're on a Road Trip with Drugs movie because
that was actually a pretty good movie.
It's not a good movie.
We Are the Millers?
Yeah, I even sat through that because she does a disco dance in her underwear.
I'm a changed man after Horrible Bosses.
Yeah.
Seeing Jennifer Aniston like that?
So it says here, Carolina Reaper peppers create an all-out assault on your body. And it would make running a mile a true nightmare. I think there's a video going around of some tough guy going through with this. I don't know if he survived. Some of you might be asking, eating a Carolina Reaper and then running a mile, why? Well, the answer is views, clicks, internet fame. It's the most powerful and dangerous out-of-control drug on the planet, and it's 100% legal. It's just to be someone on the internet, but that's the latest. Friend of mine, hard partier, hard drinker, but when he would have a meal, he would always finish it off with a tall glass of milk. kind of contradicted, everything else about his image. It was kind of a funny thing. We'd go out and drink beer all day long, raise hell, end of the night, right? Have something to eat, a pizza usually. And there's this drunk, hillbilly character filling up his tall glass of milk at the end of the meal. And he would always say, "I'm putting out the fire." The Detroit Tigers' free fall continues.
My goodness, yes.
Cleveland beat them 5-1 last night, so the Guardians are now in first place in the American League Central Division. Like we've mentioned, the Guardians were 15 and a half games back in the division. They've come all the way back with, 4 games left now.
Yep. And Houston keeps losing, so the good thing for Detroit is that they're still in the playoffs if the season ended today. Barely.
Okay. Word is never before has a ball club come back from such a deficit, 15 and a half games out. Since baseball went to division play in 1969, the biggest deficit overcome was 14 games. Do you remember who that was? Your name is Brad Ryder. Remember who that was?
What year?
1978. Go ahead.
Well, it was two divisions. I'm going to say Kansas City.
No, it was the New York Yankees. I thought you would get it right. In 78, that was a historic thing. The Bucky Dent home run. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep, the playoff game against the Red Sox.
Forget it. And now the Guardians hold that record, 15 and a half games back. Detroit has lost 8 games in a row. They've just been terrible in the last month. One more game between the two ball clubs today. So who knows where it might go? There's still 4 games to play, and only 1 game separates the two of them. But this is just historic garbage. A historic garbage dumping by the Detroit Tigers, and it's a lot of fun. People are texting in telling me that despite how much I love the dancing underwear scene starring Jennifer Aniston in the movie called We Are the Miller Family, people are saying that wasn't her real body, it was a fake and all that.
Oh, really? I always heard, in the breakup, she used a butt double.
It was me.
Does
I was the double.
Does anybody agree with me, or are people just hammering me for this?
No, you got a couple people that agree, but 99% of the 300,000 texts we got on the topic disagree.
And you don't
quite fervently.
You said you think she's a fake person, or you?
I don't. I think she's overexposed. I don't know.
It can happen, Brad Ryder. It can happen. The Texas Rangers put an end to their 8-game losing skid by beating the Twins last night 4-2. Byron Buxton did hit his career-high 32nd home run of the season. Those two clubs will play one more today. Cal Raleigh hit his 59th and 60th home runs last night.
And I think they wrapped up the West.
They did.
Fly ball to right.
What the hell?
Number 60! A catcher has hit 60 home runs. Your MVP moment, Cal Raleigh.
Well, they're getting some solid home crowds, it sounds like. Over there.
They're having fun.
Yeah.
Here's a listener who says, Brad, I agree with you about Jennifer Aniston. I have no attraction to her at all, but I'm also gay.
I'm not acknowledging that she's not an attractive person.
That's
she just,
true.
Doesn't do anything.
More people are texting in on your side, Brad.
You can say whatever you want, Brad Ryder, and we're still going to be best friends.
I've never shied away from controversy on this show.
No, you're not afraid to what, Nick?
Go there.
That's right.
Not afraid to go there. The Mariners, by the way, are the lone big league team that has never been to a World Series. They're coming unglued in, how do they say it, the upper Northwest.
Pacific Northwest.
Pacific North.
It's a good sports area. They follow their teams.
They follow their teams?
Yeah. I mean, if you watch Seahawks games, the crowds are really super loud there,
but
too.
they're obnoxious pricks at the Seahawks games. I don't like those sumbitches. 12th man! Duh!
That was a great hand motion. I caught that.
I'm tired of that. You didn't see that.
I know what that means.
The Philadelphia Phillies hit 8 effing dongs last night.
Jeez.
In a game versus Florida. They won that ball game. They did. And the club has sealed up a first-round bye in the playoffs. So the Phillies and Milwaukee Brewers, I believe, get to watch the first round at home with the top 2 records in the league. That's how it works. I believe Milwaukee clinched the other spot there, but I can't be 100%.
Let me look. Yes. Oh, yeah. Milwaukee's got 96 wins.
They probably clinched that a month ago, and we didn't know it.
Yep.
Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies hit his 55th and 56th yard sales of the season. Jesus.
Brad, the scales are now tipping your way.
What?
Yeah.
I would say now more and more people, they remained quiet at first, but you're getting support on Jennifer Aniston.
More of the intelligent people are starting to stop and think and ponder it and texting you.
They don't like her. They don't like her. I'm surprised that there's anybody who doesn't like her. I never even watched Friends, not once.
I'm surprised you haven't seen it once. You haven't had like a girlfriend or something? That's how I got into it. I had a girlfriend that was obsessed with it.
Hey, a dude playing for the Montreal Canadiens damn near had his head cut off by a skate blade in a preseason game the other night.
That was scary.
Oh, man.
So NHL fans are calling for mandatory.
Mandatory?
NHL fans are calling for mandatory neck guards for the players.
And NHL preseason is not the way you want to go.
I'm sorry?
You don't want to die during an NHL preseason game.
No.
That would just be awful.
Juraj Slafovsky or something along those lines narrowly avoided disaster in a preseason game against the Philadelphia Flyers. If you see the video, this Slafovsky character from the Canadiens is crossing the ice. A forward for the Flyers by the name of Christian Dvorak lost his balance, sent his foot flying into the air, and it sliced Slafovsky in the face a few inches lower, and it might have got him right on the jugular. So, dude did return later in the game, like hockey players do. They stitched him up. He came back and played. But this was too close of a call for a lot of people, especially after the Adam Johnson thing from 2 years ago, which was just one of the most horrible things I've ever seen in my life. So now fans are calling for the NHL to make neck protection necessary for all players. Now, unfortunately, if you're one of these fans, the players are not going to agree on this. I read a couple articles on this, and, a lot of players say, sure, but at the same time they say, we have to be able to make our own choices.
And I'm not quite sure they could do something that would be comfortable for them to wear.
Well, there is a product out there, and some of the players do wear it already. I don't know what it's called, but I've seen it. It's just a thick collar. I shouldn't call it a collar. Well, I suppose, it's like a dog collar, like a thick dog collar. There are some players who wear it. Starting next season, all players new to the NHL will be required to wear some form of neck protection. So it's coming, at least for new players. According to their new collective bargaining agreement, players who are already in the league will be grandfathered in and will not face the same requirements.
Kind of like they did with helmets back in the day.
Exactly. Or half shields, what they did with half shields a number of years ago. 78% of players, from what I'm reading right here, say they will not support a mandatory neck guard setup. And they say roughly the same thing. It should be your own decision. Another player said, it's our life. We can do what we want with it. So, eventually there'll come a time with enough years gone by that everyone will be wearing them. Is it going to happen this year or next year? No. The older players are going to say, I don't care.
Yeah, it'll probably be at least 10, 12 years before everybody has one on.
Here's a listener that says neck guards are mandatory in college hockey. Okay, I think I had heard that, sure, for the younger guys. Yeah, just like helmets, just like the half shield, there are going to be guys who are going to say no until they're forced. How many guys are left in the NHL that don't wear a half shield? 3? I don't like the half shield. I don't. I get why it's there, but it just took some of the grit out of the game. You know, you don't need to hear me go off on that again. It just took some of the nastiness out of the game, the friggin' half shield. The Timberwolves are bringing back the black late 90s Kevin Garnett era uniforms with the terrible jagged numbers and the green evergreen trees and the whole works. You know the ones I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not sure why this is a big deal. I've seen article after article on this. They just used those uniforms pretty regularly only a few years ago.
Yeah, people were losing their minds yesterday on social media
But
about
were they not watching a few years ago when they wore them pretty much every other night?
Well, I think this year they're kind of alluding to the KG era, and if you look at the press release, they're going to wear these uniforms 21 games this year.
Okay.
So I think they're all kind of excited. I think this is building to some big KG moment.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like every sports blog, all the local papers certainly wrote about it, and like you said, it was pretty active on social media. Folks seem overwhelmingly excited.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of those take my money type of situations.
Fair enough. I like those uniforms enough. I'm not crazy about them. They're okay. But I'm just wondering why everyone's wetting their pants when 3-4 years ago they must have worn that exact uniform, I bet you 30 times during the season.
Yeah,
so,
they did.
Yeah.
And yesterday the Wolves were kind of slowly unveiling photos of different people wearing them. Like they had Joe Mauer at Target Field wearing the black jersey. They had some pictures of Latrell Sprewell holding his old spinner shoes from back in the day when he had those spinner rims in his shoes.
What a wacko.
I know.
I loved him.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think he's a wacko anymore. But there was a time
when
Latrell Sprewell seemed a little iffy to me. Boy, he put up some numbers, though. So, anyway.
He's a cone.
Oh, speaking of cones, CFH bass player Jesus says that NHL players should just put the cones on that we give our dogs after they go to the veterinarian.
Oh, yeah. The Golden Knights should dress like knights. Think how protected they'd be.
Ah, man. So anyway, the Wolves are bringing back those evergreen tree KG era black uniform. And again, I like them enough. The worst part is the awful, I hate this bit. The awful, supposedly scary, jagged numbers that comes along with that uniform. A 9 looks like a G. A 2 looks like a Z. Nothing irks me more on a uniform than when a team even feels obligated to make the jersey number overly unique. It just looks stupid. The Wild did that in their early years with the scary, jagged, zigzaggy numbers. It's so dumb. Just use your standard friggin' number, paste it on the back, and let's get... They try so hard. Everything has to be so unique. It just makes me mental. Remember a few years ago, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers jerseys? They didn't stick with these long because these were just the worst. They had digital jersey numbers. Like you're looking at your alarm clock.
They got destroyed for that.
Whose friggin' idea was that?
And I'd imagine, well, Brad, you'd probably know better than anybody, but I'd imagine there's so many steps they have to go through for approval that a lot of people must have approved it. Or is that not the case?
You just got to go through league approval. And most of the time, people at the league like that cutting-edge stuff because it's going to sell them more merchandise.
Gotcha.
Oh, God. Oh, no, I misplaced the rest of my game. Pick your favorite Irishman. Maybe I threw it away. I wanted to see if there was someone else that everyone loves that Brad Ryder is completely disgusted by.
Yeah, let's go through a list of the top 10 most beloved celebrities and see how many Brad hates.
Who else do you hate, Brad? Who do you hate?
Well, give me a list.
I don't have a list. I threw it in the garbage.
I wouldn't have picked out Jennifer Aniston this morning had you not brought her name up. But.
Exactly. I must have thrown it away. I don't remember throwing it. That's how it is around here. I never remember throwing anything away, but I do.
It is weird. Things just kind of disappear over there. You got to go digital. Speaking of digital.
Yeah, like those jerseys, like those great jerseys Tampa Bay wore a couple of years ago.
We'll get you organized.
I don't know where it is. So you guys are screwed.
When Randy comes back, you should do a list of, like, news anchors.
Oh, he won't.
Sports anchors.
He won't play along with that, I don't think. He's loosened up quite a bit since his retirement, but I don't think he'd play that game. Well, Brad, we appreciate your help this week with Randy punking out and everything.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah.
We're done. We got a couple days off after this, so have a good one, Brad. Take care of your damn self, and we'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good.
So
Have a good
long.
weekend, guys.
So thank you very much. So long, brother. We'll be back in a few minutes here on the 93X Half-Ass Morning Show.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, podcast pals. Dana here to give you a friendly reminder that now is the best time to get your furnace tuned up before we take a shot to the face with cold Minnesota weather. My pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning currently have same-day and next-day openings, but they won't last long. By the time October rolls around, if your furnace craps out, you'll be freezing your private parts off while dealing with side eye from your significant other and pets for not calling sooner. So give Standard Heating and Air Conditioning a call today. Check this out. You can save up to $70 on your tune-up with Standard Heating. Visit standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com to book today.
This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Ever wonder how dark the world can really get?
Well, we dive into the twisted, the terrifying, and the true stories behind some of the world's most chilling crimes.
Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Nicole.
Together, we host Wicked and Grim, a true crime podcast that unpacks real-life horrors one case at a time.
With deep research, dark storytelling, and the occasional drink to take the edge off,
We're here to explore the wicked
and reveal the grim. We are Wicked and Grim.
Follow and listen on your favorite podcast platform.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Oh, God, did it suddenly just get incredibly hot in here?
It did get very warm.
Very warm. Welcome back to the 93X Half-Ass Morning Show. You're a lights-out crowd. You always are. We're creeping up on the ass end of our Friday. By the way, Josh, Sin City Stick and Puck Jesus texted into the program this morning, checking in on his 17th straight day of work, but he says tomorrow is finally his Friday.
Oofda. Yeah.
Man.
Glad to know it's almost over.
17 damn days in a row. But tomorrow is his Friday. How about our guy Brad Ryder a handful of minutes ago with his hot take? Right? Isn't that how the young people say it now?
They do,
hot
yeah.
Take, sure.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of had also, they say a prove me wrong attitude, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen those memes where dudes like at a lemonade stand?
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about the lemonade stand.
So they'll have a sign up, whatever it is, and then he'll just say underneath, it's like usually a funny deal, right?
Yeah,
Some kind of goofy, prove me wrong.
Yeah, he'll post up a sign hoping people will stop and argue with him.
Yeah, something just silly.
Brad Ryder went ahead and said he did not like Jennifer Aniston, and I've never heard anyone say that they didn't like Jennifer Aniston. Brad doesn't like her. Got a few text messages on that subject. One listener's going along with Brad Ryder in his dislike for Jennifer Aniston. This listener says, you can't be that hot and single for that long without being badass crazy.
I've heard that theory about her before, too. Maybe she just likes being single or something.
I bet she loves being single.
I mean, she had a pretty well-known painful divorce from what we hear. Her
Brad
and
Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Oh, they were married?
Yeah.
Oh, someone texted in about that, and they said, I got it right here. People feel bad for Jennifer Aniston because she got dumped by Brad Pitt. They were married, huh?
I believe so.
They were married all the way up through the filming of Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. And everybody believes that's when the affair started. He dumped Jennifer Lopez and married Angelina Jolie just a few months later.
He dumped Jennifer
Aniston.
Yeah.
So how long were they married?
Like
Brad?
5 years, maybe?
Really? I
thought it was a decent stretch.
I didn't know that. Did they make babies?
No. But I bet if they did, they'd be gorgeous.
Jesus, how do you not make babies with her? You know how I love children, Josh.
Oh, you've been very, very
I would have made a mess of children with her. Okay. Another listener texted in to say, Jennifer Aniston, I'd eat the corn out of her salad. Another texted in and said...
I like Southwest salad, but I know what they're going with it on that one. That's gross.
Another listener texted in and said, hasn't Brad ever seen the movie Leprechaun? I'd give my left nut for a chance with Jenny Aniston.
I have not. She was in a movie called Leprechaun.
That's infamous, I think, as her very first major movie role. I believe I'm correct about this, was some terrible horror movie called Leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
So you have seen it?
I just know I've just heard jokes about it before. Like they spoofed it in Wayne's World a little bit.
Wayne's World. How about this? Yesterday we were talking about troubles that a young man might have when he has a hot mom. Okay? Text message on the whole Jennifer Aniston conversation. A listener says, I swear on my mother's life, my mother-in-law could be effing identical twins with Jennifer Aniston? What kind of trouble does that present?
Jeez, no kidding.
His mother-in-law,
Your
he
dad's
says...
a stud. Oh, mother-in-law. I was thinking stepmom.
He says could be effing identical twins with Jennifer Aniston. Jesus, I bet this guy's not late to any family get-togethers, for Christ's sake. Oh, back to Leprechaun, Josh. I had one more little... I found my list of famous Irish women, people of Irish descent. I found it. I'd lost it for about 20 minutes. I found it. What we were doing earlier... I was dumping out with Andrew Depala of the Vikings going off to Ireland. The Vikings playing in Ireland this weekend. I was throwing out 3 famous people of Irish descent, and you had to pick a favorite and tell me why. I think I have a very tough one specifically for you, Josh. Here are your 3 famous people of Irish descent. You got to pick a favorite. Terry Garr.
Okay, so far so good.
Josh and I, maybe, do you even know who Terry Garr is, Dana?
No, that's why I just turned to my computer to start Googling.
You're too young for Terry Garr. Just one of the most brilliant, wonderful, hilarious actresses that has ever lived. She passed.
Last year, I think.
Was it only last year?
I think it was just
Young Frankenstein, not Mr. Mom, sorry. Young Frankenstein, well, maybe she was in Mr. Mom.
She was in Mr. Mom,
Oh, she
yep.
was.
Mm-hmm.
But the one I was trying to say out loud was Tootsie. Tootsie. Just brilliant and gorgeous. Terry Garr, Josh, Chris Farley.
Oh boy.
Or Ed O'Neill. You gotta
man.
you gotta live by one of these now.
Gosh,
you gotta
that
pick
is
a
so
favorite.
tough.
Well, for me, it's obvious. It's Farley.
I mean, that's... Jeez,
I told you, when I saw this collection of 3 famous folks of Irish descent, I thought this will be perfect for Josh. This will torture you because I know you love all 3 of these people very, very much.
Yeah, I guess I'll have... So that'd be my answer.
I didn't catch that.
No, I was saying it's a real tough thing to decide, but I think it's got to be that.
We're having difficulties here, technical
difficulties. Is my mic
Every
cutting
time
out?
you're about to give an answer, your mic poops out.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I guess we have a technical
Do it one
issue.
more time. One more time. Give us your pick. Terry Garr, Chris Farley, or Ed O'Neill.
Well, I want to remind people this is not an easy decision.
Yes, yeah.
I love all 3. But I think if I'm going to commit, and I hope you understand why.
It's frustrating when you can't.
Nothing works around
No,
here.
I know.
Dang.
Oh, man.
Maybe it went over the podcast at least.
God, I hope not.
I'll check the podcast. All right. Something else that we covered earlier. These online challenges. I mean, they've been hot for years now. Going all the way back to the stupid ice bucket, this, that. It seems as if the 2 most popular online challenges, to me, tell me if I'm wrong, it's the 9 beer, 9 hot dog, 9 inning thing. We covered that. Or these running challenges. We're hearing a lot of this lately. You run 6 miles, you eat a bucket of vomit, How about this? This was texted in. A listener says they know a guy who did 9 beers, 9 hot dogs. I don't know what kind of time frame we're talking here, but I'll start over again. drink 9 beers, eats 9 hot dogs, and has to endure 9 sack taps.
I mean, your stomach's already kind of a little iffy from those first 2 things. The sack tap, that's just going to send you over the edge.
Oh, man. There's 9 of them.
9 beers, 9 hot dogs, and 9 sack taps.
I mean, sometimes the sack taps are almost worse for whatever reason. I can't feel like getting when somebody hits you with a towel.
Yeah,
just the smallest amount of contact can be bad.
Takes the wind out of your sails real quick.
I'm not supportive of the sack tap.
Well, that was a thing for us in middle school.
It was middle school. I'm not an advocate. I think it's wrong for one man to whack another man in the balls. Me and my pals never, ever, ever played that game. But that sounds friggin' funny to have your bro trying to drain 9 Steve Weisers somehow deep throat 9 hot dogs and someone's hitting them in the bag.
It is pretty funny.
Come on.
I told you before, that was a thing for us in maybe 7th and 8th grade, the sack tap. The surprise sack tap, you'd wait somewhere, wait for the guy to come around the corner, and you'd get him. And one time my buddy got me. I was just talking about him the other day when we were talking about hot moms.
Oh, nice.
He had a super hot mom. And he got me, and I'm chasing him around their house, and then his mom's like, hey, what's going on, boys? And I said, Mike hit me in the nards. And she turned to her son and said, Mike, is that true? Did you hit Josh in the nards? And we're both laughing, right? Because she said nards.
Yeah, that's funny in its own right.
And he said, yeah. And so she held on to him and said, okay, Josh, you got a free shot.
Oh, so she was hot and cool?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were awesome. They were like my second parents.
And
Absolutely
you went for it.
Oh, I went for it.
You slugged him in his penis.
As hard as I could punch, which is kind of weak.
Really? Everything you
I gave it to him, yeah. I gave it to him.
It's amazing.
That's one of my favorite memories as a kid, which is sad. Runs in the Dark Jesus texted in a photo of his son, one of the coolest children in the Young Brotherhood. He is wearing his favorite T-shirt to school today, and it's a 93X shirt, and we appreciate it. That's one cool-looking kid.
He's going to get some style points at school today.
Yeah, you got to look up Runs in the Dark Jesus, see this kid, and see how cool his hair is, too. So thank you very much for the support. We appreciate it.
That's cute.
Looking good, bro.
How old of a kid is this?
Boy, I don't know. He looks like maybe he's 8, 9.
8,
or
9.
Or as the kids say, 6, 7.
Yeah, he looks cool.
320.
10, maybe.
In that neighborhood. 320-er Jesus. Oh, sorry. 320-er. Area code. He was just listening, Josh, to your story of slugging your best pal in the penis and testicles. And he has a simple question for you. What's the capital of Thailand?
Bangkok.
There you go. Well, can I tell you again the greatest nut punch story, at least from my neighborhood? And I think it could rival any neighborhood, any county, any state. And again, I'm not in favor of that kind of thing, but these things do happen. Guys will slug each other in the seeds. This was high school, and there was a party going on. One dude just passed out cold on the couch, unconscious from drinking too much. And he was a prick. He was not a fun guy to be around, but he was in our group. You know what I mean? Started a lot of fights. We would battle almost daily as to why we still hang out with this guy.
Does everybody have that person in their group?
I had 2 or 3, actually.
Yeah, it seems like there always is one person where people do question, like, maybe it's just because you've known them forever, but why do we allow that person to be around? Because they always ruin everything.
Because we dudes are loyal.
I think that's probably true.
I think that's the end. That's the answer, period, full stop, however they say it.
There's still a few times where there's some... I mean, I like everybody for one reason or other. I always think, there's this or this about this person.
Right.
But I do get asked about a couple of people, like, why in a million years would you be friends with that person?
I mean, nowadays, I think we're able to walk away from people and just, I think nowadays, as grown people, we're able to just disconnect or say to their face, hey, I don't like hanging out with you anymore. Get out of here, right? But when you're young, specifically talking about high school, junior high days, I had 2 or 3 buddies who were you battled every day. Why do we continue to party with this person or hang with this? But I think it's just simply because bros are loyal. And once you're pals, you're always pals, despite rough patches. So anyway, here we are at this kegger. Dude drops out cold. And, like way out. This guy maybe should have possibly been brought to a hospital. He was so intoxicated. He falls unconscious. And someone, I'd love to name them, but I can't. Someone in the group says, let's say the biggest prick in the room, the guy who passed out, his name was, anyone want to give me a name I could use on the radio?
James.
Okay, we'll go with Donnie.
Don't say James.
So the guy who passed out cold, Donnie, total prick. Everyone hated him, but yet we still hung out with him. Someone in the room says, Donnie went out cold, huh? Yeah. I hate that son of a bitch. I do. I don't know why we party with him. And we all said, yeah, we get it. Donnie's over there, again, out cold. And this other dude, I'd love to name him, but I'm not going to. He said, I'm going to punch him in the dick as hard as I can.
Grab his dick and twist it!
I'm going to do it, he says. And we're all like, no, don't do it. And he says, I'm going to do it. I got to get back at this guy somehow. I don't care if it's the cheapest way possible. So this dude, full on, everything he had, he punches unconscious Donnie in the penis and testicles. There's no reaction at all from Donnie. No reaction. He doesn't move. That's how out cold the guy is. But a single tear rolled down his cheek.
That's amazing.
It's like out of a movie.
Yeah. Too perfect.
Actually, I'm trying to think. There was a scene in a movie. Shoot.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It was beyond anything we could have imagined.
Members of the Brotherhood named James are saying, oh, really, Dana? They're wondering why you'd throw that name out there.
First one that came to mind. Because I was thinking about a James from high school who was that awful friend that, why do we hang out with that guy? So it's already on top of mind.
Not a single flinch out of any other part of his body. Not a cry out of pain. A single tear rolled down his cheek, and our night was made. Hey, did you guys hear about the latest supergroup?
Yeah. I just walked past one of the members today, as a matter of fact.
Huh?
Oh, maybe we're talking about different supergroups.
Oh, we are talking about two different supergroups.
Okay.
I was going to tell you about Chad Kroeger, Tommy Lee, and Sammy Hagar.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I saw they're getting together. I'll tell you what, Sammy Hagar can still bring it. He sounds great.
He is 77 years old.
And he can still sing.
Yes.
He's great.
And I saw a video yesterday of Chad Kroeger of Nickelback, of course, Tommy Lee, Motley Crue, and Sammy Hagar, formerly of Van Halen. I saw a video of the three of them standing together, and they made some kind of an announcement that they're forming a group. It's just getting started. I hear Charlie Benante from I'll get there, Anthrax. If you got Tommy Lee, why do you need Charlie Benante? Charlie was the drummer. Anyway, Chad Kroeger, Tommy Lee, and Sammy Hagar standing together, and Sammy looked like the healthiest of the three, and he's 77 years old.
Yeah.
So what supergroup are you talking about?
I printed an article for you. Our own Steve Gorman here from Cumulus Media. There was a bunch of articles on him yesterday. He started a new group with Darius Rucker of Hootie and the Blowfish.
Sure.
And Mike Mills from REM.
Really?
Yeah. So the articles were calling it a supergroup.
Well, how's he going to be in a supergroup if he's got a boring radio show to put out every?
Well, he can broadcast from wherever he's at. They're doing a tour.
Oh, can he really?
Yeah, I know. We don't have that.
Can he broadcast from wherever he's at?
Yes, they can. He can. Yes, we cannot.
Yeah, great.
But you guys can't broadcast from Egan and Wayzata.
No.
Oh, I'm looking at it right here. There's Steve.
They got a single they're going to release on Halloween.
Darius Rucker and Mike Mills, who he kind of looks Mike Mills from REM. He kind of looks like one of the members of Dr. Teeth's band there from the old Muppet Show.
He does a little bit.
Electric Mayhem.
The Electric Mayhem. They put out some great songs, by the way, and they had a great drummer too, Animal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just guessing there. I haven't looked it up, but I'm just guessing that there are a lot of jokes online about a supergroup featuring Chad Kroeger, Tommy Lee, and Sammy Hagar. Because of the way people pick on Nickelback still to this day. I mean, Tommy Lee deserves to be picked on for some reasons. But I don't know.
There was one of our coworkers was walking around today. He's got a T-shirt on that says Nickelback, fan or liar. And I
Really?
totally agree.
That's brilliant.
That is good.
It's true.
It is.
That's great. Retired Air Force Jesus is telling me that Charlie Benante, who normally drummed for Anthrax, is a solid guitar player, and he writes a lot of songs. Okay, so they'll put Charlie Benante on guitar with the Chad Kroeger, Sam Hagar, and Tommy Lee supergroup. Well, I look forward to all of it. I do. Congratulations to our guy Steve across the hall there. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Darius Rucker, I know people pick on him too, but, whatever. Do what you got to do.
Half-assed morning show 93X.
Oh, my God, I'm pumped to make this 4-day weekend happen. And it's just minutes away. Moments away. We love you very much. We'll be back next Tuesday, presumably with Smashley. We've come to the end of her glorious maternity leave. The dream is about to come crashing down upon the Smash. And she's going to have to bring her carcass back to work. We're expecting to see her when we return next Tuesday. Well, I bet she's dreading the hell out of that.
Boy, I don't know. Last 2 times I talked to her, she's ready.
Yeah.
She's ready to
She's
get
ready
back.
to come back to work.
Get back into a routine, I think. I think she also used the phrase be a contributing member of society again.
Sure. Well, there you go. We are looking forward to that. Hey, Josh, I've just been taught a new word, a new term. A listener sent this via our text machine, and thanks for all the text messages this morning and every morning. It's hilarious stuff. 651-989-9393. Keep that in mind. You can always get a hold of us. Love what you have to say 99 times out of 100. Now, we were talking about, Josh was asking, does every friend group, especially when you're young, does every friend group have a prick or two in the mix, but you continue to hang out with them, you continue to party with them, you continue to do all kinds of things with them? Why do we put up with that? Why don't we? Well, I think it's just because bros are loyal to other bros, but it's a good question. Every friend group, I think, has a douchebag or two, and you keep asking yourself, what the hell are we still doing with this? The term for that type of person, I've been taught this morning by a listener, is that person is a schmoll. S-C-H-M-O-L-E, a schmoll.
Schmoll.
The definition is a person who is always ruining things for the rest of the group or being a downer, someone who no one wants to be around.
I haven't heard that term.
No, that's new to me.
Schmoll. Yeah, I can name a couple of schmolls.
Yeah.
Schmolled friends of mine that I still hang out with.
Also, it says here, schmoll, that term could be used for a person who smokes massive amounts of cigarettes in their house.
Oh.
A schmoll.
Well, my parents are schmolls.
Yeah, mine were.
Were schmoll. In one case, I would use the word were. Schmoll is used in a sentence here. Everyone would have passed the test, but Dave was being a schmoll and told the teacher who was cheating.
I love the example. Earlier, I had never heard somebody say they would eat the corn out of someone's salad. You know, it's close enough to being disgusting. And this is a new one for me, too. This is also regarding Jennifer Aniston, like that previous comment. Propane driver Jesus said, Jennifer Aniston, I'd bang her shadow on a gravel driveway.
Well, how about this guy who said, I'd drag my balls through a mile of broken glass to smell the tire tracks of the garbage truck that took away Jennifer Aniston's used underwear.
That's awesome, too.
The sack tap game was brought up once or twice on today's program. Again, I don't advocate what's the word I'm looking for, Josh? I don't support the sack tap game. I think it's wrong. A listener did text in and say, be careful if you're going to sit down and play or stand up and play the sack tap game. I had a buddy who lost a nut through that game. His little brother got him right in one of his nads, and it twisted it around, and it lost circulation, and ended up having to cut it off for him.
Oofda.
Well, I was telling a story off air, I think, a couple days ago about, a pal of mine got kneed in the balls when we were kids, and he almost died from it. Woke up in the middle of the night, and he had a damn couple of cantaloupes in his lap. His balls, his bag swelled up to beat hell, and he had to rush himself into the hospital to have it drained. And I think they did take one of his nuts off for him. So you got to be careful when you're doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, all the humor's gone at that point. When someone has to have a ball drained.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine we have a lot of shout-outs this morning, Josh.
Yeah, with the long weekends we do. Good luck to Chris Rolfe Jesus on his interview today. She calls me Dad Jesus, looking for a birthday shout-out for his wonderful girlfriend. Doesn't know she has a Jesus named Jesus. Happy 20th anniversary to Low and Slow Jesus and the wife. Happy 16th birthday to Skillet from Worst Dad Ever Jesus. Drunk Uncle Firefighter Jesus wants to congratulate his son and his beautiful bride on their upcoming wedding Saturday.
Wedding?
Happy birthday Saturday to CPR with a little tongue, Jesus. Happy 32nd to Dairy Farm Fixer Jesus. Happy birthday to Eric the Bullman Jesus, Carpet Cleaner Jesus, and Timmy Tampons Jesus, who all have birthdays this Saturday. And finally, before we take off for the long weekend, there's a special benefit. It's going to be held this weekend for Joe Spanbauer. He's battling cancer. It takes place Sunday from noon until 7 at Route 47 Pub and Grub. Admission's $20, covers 19 different bands, each chosen by Joe. Plenty of beer, food, live and silent auctions. All the money goes directly to support Joe. Donations are accepted if you can't make it on Sunday, and there's plenty of info on 93x.com. Thanks for spending some time with us again today. We're back live with our much-missed coworker Ashley next Tuesday.
You're listening to the radio. The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, podcast pals. Dana here to give you a friendly reminder that now is the best time to get your furnace tuned up before we take a shot to the face with cold Minnesota weather. My pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning currently have same-day and next-day openings, but they won't last long. By the time October rolls around, if your furnace craps out, you'll be freezing your private parts off while dealing with side eye from your significant other and pets for not calling sooner. So give Standard Heating and Air Conditioning a call today. Check this out. You can save up to $70 on your tune-up with Standard Heating. Visit standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com to book today.